Shit, all the runes that would actually be helpful to me all cost 1,500. Goddamn.
Again, keep in mind, he can make them. It's just we'll have to keep in mind he only has 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, welcome back to some more Peacekeepers. So, last we had downtime. More downtime. You guys spent some time shopping. Spent some time at Man of Fortunes. Now that was a doozy. Learned some things from her about your fathers. And learned some things about Osmira's sisters. Well, not her sister. Her
sister and brother.
Yeah, her siblings. Found out some things about Lex's family. Found out some things about, the rabbit. I can't remember their name right now. I love it.
It's not a rabbit. They're a tiefling.
No, Navi.
Oh, no,
Mouse
not
folk.
Navi. They're a mouse.
Mouse folk.
They're a mouse.
We don't have Aragon.
No, we don't have Paragon.
I thought you would like that, but alright, anyway.
Nope.
No,
There's
we
not
have
been one
that
on.
because it's like a monster race.
Yeah, if we've not we've not been near any cities where we can.
I don't think there are any Haragon cities.
There are.
Not in the middle continent.
Not in the middle continent.
Yeah, not in the middle of the continent. There's some in.
But there might be
places
one.
that,
There might be 1 or 2 Haragon running around. Yeah.
Basically, that's. So we did.
Inform the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord's been informed of going on. You have given him his father's body back. But yeah.
He sent a missive ahead to the Gnome City to the Queen to hopefully let her get it, actual sleep.
And then you were going to do 2 days of rest. You want to just skip ahead for that, or you want to actually?
No.
For the most part, like overall of those, just like what we're doing, we could. It's just there is like things we need to cover in that time. I imagine.
Like what?
Like Oz and Stitch puzzle box.
Puzzle ball with Oz, Stitch, and Flint. A thing at night that Stitch now has to do every night going forward because it's gonna be happening.
Now?
Oh, don't worry, we'll cover that. Rick doing his crafting shit. I know I've done like 4 runes that are above 1,500. I've done a chunk of normal ones, but I think I totaled my time so far with him is like 7 hours. I think
For Rick?
for Rick, yeah.
With runes?
Yes, I had a lot of shit to. I had a lot of shit to spend on.
I spent like 45 minutes.
I spent like, just to keep in mind, I spent like almost 6k gold on runes, with that being half costed.
Are we all doing the half sleep thing on something?
Oh, for our armor, yeah, we do have that.
When am I gonna put that?
Wait, are all the runes half cost or no?
Yes, because Rick is able to do them in half the time because he's making them. He just needs the bare minimum to enchant it, and he's not, it's not like a service, he's doing it as a friend. The downside, though, and this is the thing to keep in mind, if the base price of the rune is still that amount, because the runes don't have a rarity, we're just kind of having to treat them what their base price reflects. That's kind of where they are. So, like, the ones that are at, like, 1,500 are kind of, I've been treating those ones as, like, rares.
Alright.
Anything below 1,000 is pretty much uncommon territory, and there's like onesie twosie that are 250, which very much I would say are like in uncommon or fucking common territory. But yeah, so far I think with Stitch, like I did a lot of mine though were like 15 minutes. I don't think I'm at 7. I think I'm because I did.
I only put those
runes.
3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Batch. Yeah, I'm at like 6.5. That's where I'm at.
I'll think about putting other runes on things.
I did 2 Percanos for 2 different items.
That's
Not one of these, and I was gonna do a Issa and a Kanaz.
Okay. so far, from what I'm hearing, is he has enough time to still do that and function as a human being.
Ethan
Yeah,
can either
because
both
I only
I'll
use like
just say no.
45 minutes to an hour of his time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put
And
it-
mind you,
this-
one of the few things, actually, I need to make sure I did it on his armor. Like, one of the first things I would have said we would make sure we do for him is he gets the fucking sleep rune on his armor. So that
I
way
gotta
he
put
can go
the
longer.
sleep rune. How much was the sleep rune?
I think that one's like one of the ones that are under 1,000.
Is that for a wondrous item or?
it's It's Melando's.
Well, no,
Magical
no, no. I
Dragon.
meant Oh, I thought you meant for me. I was like, ooh, I know how to get there. Oh no, okay. So it's armor or wondrous.
Yeah.
So I could really put that on anything I want.
Trinket counts under wondrous item, right?
I don't think I'm ever getting rid of my headband of intellect, so I might add it to that.
Fair.
I will never get rid of this headband of intellect because, yeah.
Having some people in the party who are not stupid would be handy.
Hey, you're.
That's not a shot at you. It's just literally it's only Rick.
No, I meant, hey, you're plenty smart. That's what I just said.
Shot at me.
Well,
Honestly, all our characters are really dumb.
we don't have a lot of int in our party. With
I
like
was just
literally,
I'm only smart because of this thing.
and it's the same thing for Umbra, for his
Oh, she'll
vessel.
say that out loud too. She's like, I'm only smart because of this.
But yeah. Sorry, conversations of stuff in maintenance. If we want to go ahead and jump to doing, because it's pretty much what immediately Stitch would be wanting to do while Rick's working in the background, while we had to have him kind of doing work order stuff. Stitch would probably ask both Flint and Oz to assist her with the ball for the puzzle ball.
I mean, sure, we made a promise to do it after. Why
Yes,
are
we
we
did.
including Flint? I thought this was our promise. No offense to Flint, I love him, but...
Well, in particular, one, you've both been through a lot.
Hmm.
Two, I feel that it might be good for him to not be cooped up by himself right now. And three, she kind of side glances a little bit, looking to you, Oz, for a second, and then, like, blushes in the sense of, like, you know. And then looks to the ball, looks back at you. Might be a good opportunity to talk about things.
I'm inciting that shit.
Yeah, no, go right ahead. You'd have advantage, because you know what she's referring to.
Honestly, Giraffe has not a clue.
And that's fine, go ahead.
Hey!
Yeah, that's not. Is the fact that Stitch has mentioned previously to Oz privately that she is poly, and she has feelings for both you and Flint.
Did she? I
Yes.
don't remember this. Oz would be
Yeah,
freaking out.
she
I
has
don't
mentioned
remember that.
she has mentioned it before to you. The two of us
When?
never. Back when
When?
Oh,
We
calm
ha-
down. Let them explain.
we had
No, just
mentioned
when?
it.
I just don't remember. I'm fine.
Stitch had mentioned it. I'm pretty sure back when we were still in the Noma town. I think it might have been a part of like Stitch taking you to her room and just talking with you. It might have been then. Because my brain's saying it's
Oz
close
was,
to
like,
then.
Yeah. Oz was like freaked out by the whole, oh my god, I'm locked in a room with her and she started undressing.
Mm.
So I think she was freaked out by that, so I don't think she clocked it.
Well, I think now her kind of giving you the evidence of the signs might help jog your memory. Because that is what she is referring to, and you would be able to piece together, yeah, that's what she's referring to in this moment. Also, her looking at the ball is the sense of, well, to get to stage 2, Stitch had to literally openly tell truths and tell the thing a lie that she believed. That was, like, in a sense, trying to deceive the ball, but, like, as a false truth. And, that might be more things going forward, considering this thing at the end point is supposed to tell us a genuine truth about, it's supposed to tell us the truth. So, Stitch is kind of figuring, A, this could be a great bonding moment between the three of us, and, B, considering what this thing is, and what it's already had us have to do, it might be a good conversation starter. Is what she's thinking. Even if at this moment, she is blushing slightly because it's embarrassing from her perspective.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. There's lots of okays coming through.
There is.
Oh, I forgot last session that Oz went through the town basically as a drunkard, just drinking an open bottle of whiskey.
Even though you could not be intoxicated.
Which very much upsets her. So, puzzle box time. I forgot what the conditions were for puzzle box.
Well, we opened it to stage 2.
Checks, right?
We have to roll high checks and continuous checks. However, the artifact has changed because it's not going to reset back to its previous state. It's at like stage 2. We don't know how much further this thing goes. Is the thing. This might be the final step. There might be a stage or 2 after this. I don't know. But
no, because you used 7 of your things on that.
I did.
To try and open it, and it failed.
And it failed false opened. But the thing is, Stitch did, because we investigated. No. Here's the thing: we did the check stuff, but it wasn't going anywhere. Cobra then went, well, if you inspect the ball, there is another thing. There's another way of doing this, and that other way changed the entire ball because it's not a ball anymore; it's a cube.
It's not a ball anymore, it's a cube.
It's basically like we broke the outer shell, and the outer shell's no longer changing forms. It's a different item now. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know how further this rabbit hole of an item goes. Also, what it's going to require, because it can't go back to the prior state.
It's been so long that I forgot all this about this ball. Like, genuinely, in IRL, forgot all of this stuff.
I've only kept a loose track of it because it was never 100% described because we couldn't fully identify this thing.
Well, it can go back if you fail at any point in time. Any of the further.
Oh, that's right.
Puzzles. Failure at any point in time results it back to the default state.
Okay. But in theory, the alternate way I did it, we can just repeat.
Yes.
Which would be the same thing.
Yes.
So in other words, the alternate method we have can just take. It's like it quite literally is we have a shortcut back to state 2.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just because you add a shortcut doesn't mean that it can't go back to the way it was.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but that's great information. Effectively, it'll always stay back at state 2 now, though, because of that. Well,
Anyway, so I'm gonna need 4 different checks. I will give you descriptions and hints depending on whether you succeed on these checks, and then you must.
It's one of those
provide
cartography.
me a solution. I will not provide you a solution. You must provide me a solution.
Oh, okay, motherfucker. Checks? Question mark.
Yeah, that they will. These will require different. Skills.
No, I meant like what the checks are.
I will tell you here in a second.
Don't forget. Okay.
So first, let me describe what you currently are dealing with here.
I thought it was a different item.
So each panel that you can see seems to embody some sort of like a prismatic facet of psyche. You see
like
passion,
on each of the faces.
Yeah, like you see passion, creativity, joy, growth, tranquility, and mystery.
Repeat those.
passion, creativity,
Mhm.
joy, growth, tranquility, and mystery.
And mystery, not misery, but mystery.
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 Okay.
You see, embedded within is a luminous crystal that seems to mirror the cube's like shifting hues.
Okay.
So the checks I'm going to need is investigation, sleight of hand, arcana, and then a pure dexterity check.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
this thing is.
guess who's
so
doing
this
the
is-
dex check?
So this is completely changed because the previous puzzle ball could only be done with wisdom shit.
Yeah, that's okay.
Now
though.
it's broken that rule. Cool.
Okay, so I would assume I'm doing sleight of hand and dex,
Probably.
probably, because I have the highest in those, presumably.
So what?
I don't know
exactly-
about. I have a +6 investigation.
Did you find
I-
You
that?
could. We can bug Rick for a second.
We could
for
do it Rick
doing
or
this.
myself. I mean, I've got decent
Alright.
investigation.
Is this plug up? I'm
Yeah.
make sure my shit's not fucked up.
The thing to keep in mind with this box is every stage of it gets harder and harder progressively. Rick was able to figure out machinations of even the Doctor. Even if it's just for 5 minutes with him catching a break, it might be worthwhile for him to do Arcana or Investigation. I mean, I'm learning
Who
more.
the fuck is setting off fireworks?
Good question.
Great.
Sorry.
It might be doable. I might be able to do the Arcana, but I'm not fully confident I'm going to be figuring out this box.
I also have a +6 in that.
question.
I've got a
By
+5
the
in
way,
that.
How do we add the? How do we add the stuff
Plug me
to
up.
the object?
So
You just, like,
literally,
right-
in the item, I would just like the way you grab
Like, this
or
is what
grab
I
the
did.
runes to your
Hold on.
inventory. Just literally copy text the
Take me into
effect
thing.
and then copy it into the item.
Space for you to plug you into.
You don't have anything you can unplug real quick?
And then I just add the mark of like
See, you got a space.
Like, that's what I did.
Crap.
yeah.
Already need
Like
to-
you add the stuff in the bottom, and then just on the item, you add like at the name, you add a plus thing to indicate it, of like how many rune sockets it has.
Unplug me.
Ominous.
Did you make Kool-Aid?
No, I haven't made Kool-Aid yet.
Thirsty!
Yeah, so I'm definitely doing those too, most likely.
Thirsty.
No, I'm busy at the moment. Guys.
You
Wait.
suck.
So, who has the highest Arcana?
I mean, I think that goes. I mean, we
Is
can
it-
bug.
I
I have a
We
plus
could bug
5.
Rick.
I have a
But if we
plus
want
bug
it
Rick.
just us.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. I
We're
will
good.
also
Okay.
let you know that advantage from helping and guidance cannot be used for these.
Oh,
only
Oh,
two.
cool. So the item has 100% changed because that wasn't the case with the previous one.
And yeah,
well, I mean, it is a new item
it is a new item.
now that it.
Well, even still, I think Rick probably is the best for the int shit.
Yeah.
More than likely.
'Cause-
I
I've
mean,
only-
I have +6s to both in shit.
and I have +7s.
Oh, look at that. Who needs
Rick's
me?
got an 8 in Arcana and he's got a 12 in Investigation.
Oh. Well, Rick's definitely gonna come in to do the investigation, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like For the
We're just like, Rick,
invest
can you solve
minimum.
this Rubik's Cube real fast for us?
I'm literally just imagining like we're in the part of the room, he's in the other room, and it's just like Stitches like holds the hand out to Rick to it, and it's just the My Hero Academia thing, and the ball disappears. Hey, what are you doing? Our face gets caved in. It's like I already solved the entire ball. Have it there. Granted, he's not going to do that. It's just the fucking. I've already done the investigation thing before you ask. Hey, bye. Don't bother me.
I feel it's like one like mod difference, so I think Flint should probably do the. If we just want to keep the three of us, have Flint do the Arcana. Like what's plus one?
Flint
if we want to
probably
do
can
the funnies of
Arcana.
Rick just dropping
It's just,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down in my notes.
Like I said, this like as you open it, it's going to get harder for you to like solve it.
Yeah, the checks
We're
are gonna
aware.
get higher. You mean like the DC is gonna be higher?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should start with the Arcana then.
That we know.
Arcana or the Dex check, because the Dex check it's just a check. So
Probably
highest
the probably
any
the
of us
dex
have
check.
it. Yeah, all right.
Just because if the DC goes too high on that, it becomes impossible to do.
Yeah, it gets fucking. So Kobard, the first one, what's the DC?
For what? For investigation?
No.
No,
for,
do we have to do them in that order that you said?
I mean, you can do them at any point in any order. I suppose.
Okay.
Then yeah, the dex check has to be first. Then
The Dex
Dex
check's
check.
gonna go first. So what's the first
It's just a 16.
DC? Oh,
pretty
okay.
fucking high.
That is pretty high though, but
So, do you want me to
I just
do
need-
this?
I need an 11.
Oh, or not. Okay.
I have it. Oh,
16.
oh, and those are Lorelei's dice. Lorelei, get your fucking bitch ass dice out of here.
Okay,
Your
I'm
dice
gonna
suck ass.
Tell you.
Hold on, the dice have been swapped. It's fine. We're good. Yeah.
So this information you gather from the dexterity.
Precisely align the tiles and pressure sensitive tiles to avoid triggering the alarm runes. So how would I do? Would that be the sleight of hand after that?
Well, no, this is what Cobra meant by he's going to present problems. How do we solve them?
Yeah.
There is no correct answer. We have
There's
to
no
think of
correct
one.
answer. Like as you do the check, I will provide you like hints and clues on how to solve it.
Oh,
but
it's just
you
like
have to
how.
solve it yourself.
Okay, so for that,
Again,
I
this
I
could
provide
not
a solution.
necessarily be the first thing. It could be the last thing. Like you never know.
So
for
we don't know if
clues
this is-
themselves, I can tell you for like if you just want to roll like pure like intelligence checks and see if you can. But I will provide you other clues as well. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clues that you can get.
Okay, so like how we would do this, like flavorly wise, or like.
Yes. Like you'd have to provide
Oh.
the how would you solve this puzzle? If you are close enough to actually the solution, that's fine, but like
Precisely align and press the pressure sensitive tiles.
again, I
avoid
am not
triggering alarm.
going to give you the solution. You have to give me the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're out.
Okay, so
Those right here.
I understand we can't get the solution. The thing I'm going to ask, so it is a cube in its current state, and it's in stage 2.
Yeah.
So when Oz figuring this out, is it like basically there are on the faces, there are points of like the set, basically where you can press to align like buttons on the faces that would allow for them to be moved proper to do what it's saying, basically?
Yes. like the tiles themselves that you can see, like the faces, you can move.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
like Rubik's Cube style, we can
Yes.
move the faces.
Yeah, you can do
Oh!
the faces Rubik's Cube style.
You gave me a fucking Rubik's Cube?
It's a puzzle box artifact. What do you want?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, my brain.
Precisely align and press the pressure-sensitive tiles.
Tiles. So maybe each face has a pressure sensitive tile.
Yeah, because it's not saying to
Maybe
hold
just
them.
one. It's not just.
Yeah, so basically this is saying like we have to like turn them and press them in to find like where they lock to
like,
where it does
yeah.
that. So it's very much like I'm getting like fucking National Treasure vibe of like we're moving it like a safe dial until we hear it click.
Yeah,
proper.
till you hear it click.
And I mean, I imagine with a dex check, it probably is just the literal sensitivity of doing it proper, of not like
Yeah.
brute forcing it, but letting it kind of adjust
Yeah.
naturally to where it aligns.
Yeah. Oz puts her glasses on.
Again, if you want any sort of clues, let me know. I just need a intelligence check.
I might do it just because I already don't want to fuck it up
Intelligence check
immediately.
DCs are 18, so they're a bit up there.
Oh! 18. If we fail a clue check, what happens? Nothing?
No, because it. Yeah, he just doesn't
You just
tell
don't
us
give
shit.
us a clue?
Yeah, usually I don't
Alright, I'm
say
gonna.
anything.
I'll attempt. I have a pretty high int right now. I'll attempt. Tell
Okay.
me everything, you bastard!
I can't tell you everything. I can't give you one of the 6 clues. Which one would you like?
One of the 6 for this puzzle?
Yeah.
I got a 26. Let's do a 6. Why not? Let's do number 6.
The last one? Okay.
Yeah, why not? It's gonna be the most vague fucking clue ever with a nat fucking 20. Could I get 2 clues? I'm kidding.
Hint. Violet
So,
opens final alignment, binding the spectrum together.
Violet, did my computer just fucking die? I'm gonna cry if my computer just
Oh,
fucking
no.
died on me.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you bastard! Fucking omen
On the
over
violet
here.
side, a translucent crystal shard hovers above the surface, repelling any magic or magnetic tool. Hint: Violet welcomes final alignment, binding the spectrum together.
So that's the last one that has to get.
Mm-hmm.
Is oh my god, bitch! Did you do Roy G. Biv on us?
I have
Might,
no idea
I
what
think
you're
so.
talking
Colors of the Rainbow.
Fucking Colors of the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Is there like if I look at it, are there like different colored sides? Like are the sides
Yeah,
different
there's
colors?
different colored dyes. Yeah.
We do the red one first.
I mean, to an extent, albeit not to the same degree, rainbows do exist in the world, and I imagine plenty of smart people could have invented Roy G. Biv in Fantasyland.
Mm-hmm.
Is it colored rainbow? Considering Buddha Dragon was the dragon of fucking, like, the gold dragon of fucking enlightenment.
It was the yeah.
And literally was known to be the fucking, let me check his title, because I know he literally was involved with rainbows.
Like each of the. Okay, so yeah, there's a red.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
There's a red. There's an orange. There's a yellow. There's a green. There's a blue.
There's a green, there's a blue, there's a purple. Fucking
Okay.
yeah, we're doing the order of the
That is
rainbow.
the most useful hint you could have got, apparently, because yeah, it is just okay. So it is considering with
Honestly, if it said any of the colors, I would have been yeah, Roy G. Biv, but there's no Roy G. Biv. I guess there's no indigo, Roy G. Biv.
that, no, but it's violet. So
I mean, There's no indigo, so I'll do the
Well,
colors
yeah,
of the
just
rainbow
slap them
in
just slap them together.
in order.
The solution, just let you know.
Oh,
Create a rainbow out
gently,
of this is not the solution.
gently putting them together, aligning them, and then it doesn't say press them.
No, it does say
Precisely
any
align and
particular
press the
order.
pressure-sensitive tiles to avoid triggering.
Not in
the
any
enemy.
particular order, though.
Yeah.
Should we
The
just
only thing
press
is
them?
Violet has to be last.
Should we just go down the line and press them all once?
I mean, we can
And leave violet for last, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
I mean, if you want to do that,
Like
you
that
can,
order.
but-
I would love to.
Yeah, okay. If that's what you're doing. And
Oh, that sounds like it's wrong the
the
way Cobart's
box
saying it.
will click and reset back to normal.
Fuck.
It is now a cube again.
It's not a cube again. Do you want to just try the same one again?
try the same one in what regard?
And like the same dex check thing? Or do we
I mean,
have to do a different one?
So it's not that the options reset. It's just the thing is the DC goes forward with every check until that stage is done.
Mhm.
The problem is that because of how the dex check works, we have to do that first. Because if that gets too high, it becomes
That's why I
impossible
was
for us to
like-
do it.
So now what?
Because
is
like
it?
previously, the DC, well, no, it resets, so it'll still be a 16. The
Oh,
problem
so-
is like if we do 5 rounds, the DC previously went up by 2s. Not to say that that'll do the same thing here. It might go higher and higher depending. But the previous time when I was just fucking around with it and with a little bit of help figuring it out, it went up by 2s. Meaning, you know, if it's a 16 now, add another 10 to that, and it becomes very quickly, you know, none of us
No,
are
we
doing
only
that.
have 4 checks that we have to do.
Oh, 4 checks, that's right. Okay. Still,
16, so then the next would be 18, 20, 22. The top one would be 24.
still, not very easy when we can't add
No, but-
anything to it.
Alright, then I guess we'll do the dex check one again. 19.
Okay. So you're resetting the cube back to the box.
Back.
I mean, Stitch would, again, there's no point of saying, well, it goes back to its previous state. Well, we have a shortcut. You just confirmed it, so it goes back to its cube. So,
Actually, no,
just
that's
assume...
Cube.
Like, again, because you could still technically try to solve the original...
That's fantastic. You know, I mean, if we want to do it that way, because I was figuring it was going to be like questions of morality. But if it's just going to be, hey, we're going to go through a number cruncher bullshit thing, then fuck it, let's just do the original, because it's just insight, it's just wisdom shit, and Flint can fucking face roll through it. And he can use the shit for it, too.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I was enjoying the idea of the alternate path of this, I think this might prove fruitless, given how much this might be asking, considering I had thought I made a lot more progress given it asked me of like several different things to get it to this, and it's just stage 2. And I've confirmed that this thing only has 7 stages. So, considering that, Flint, if you wouldn't mind helping.
I mean, I was planning to. I was letting our friend here finish his work on my equipment, and more or less have gotten most of what I need taken care of. So, what exactly do you need me to do?
Trying
Inside a
to...
box.
The box, basically, in its original state, when it's in a sphere, Stitch will, on purpose, fail the box to have it go back to ball. When it's in this state... Well, yeah, that's what Cobart said previously, of like, if we fail at any point, it goes back to its previous thing.
Yeah, it goes back to...
Albeit, the alternate path, you have shortcuts to each stage. But it's like multiple fucking things just to figure out one stage. Versus, the default form is roll a check. If you beat it, you're good. You go to stage 2. If you roll a check, you beat it, you go to stage 3. It's one check.
Sure.
Versus 5 things.
Okay, well, I can gladly try to help this.
most of all of it was basically the insights of anything that would go off of your general wisdom.
Oh, I'm quite wise for most part, so I can give it a shot.
Okay. I believe the first part too. I believe is random each time, isn't it?
The part of the ball with the initial part of the ball with like it being easier to go through. If you fail, it resets what order it is, so it's not a set in stone order every time.
Yeah.
So it could be like medicine, insight, perception, animal handling. Oh, you failed animal handling. Okay, reset. Animal handling, perception, medicine. It's like random.
Yeah, it was random orders.
But it was all wisdom skills. It didn't jump. It wouldn't jump to other skill types.
No, it did not jump to those
One.
types.
No dex checks.
Alright, I need insight for this one.
Sure.
But the good thing is we can add benefits and buff. Like we
I'll
can give
give you
advantage for
advantage.
these.
Sure. Thank you. I'll guidance myself while doing this. Alright. Insight.
Oh,
That
thank
is a
God.
31.
31? Alright. Let me think here. Okay. The cube, once you do use the insight to solve this one, will turn this time into, instead of a square, it will become a hexagon.
Becomes, instead of a
A
square,
hexagonal
hexagon.
prism.
Okay.
A hexagon.
Yeah, a hexagon.
Alright. So it becomes a hexacog. What else do I do here?
Then you would. I don't remember.
Well, you gotta figure
I'm
it
gonna
out.
stick.
Hold on.
Yeah, as far as I recall, because we've gone as far as like stage 5. As far as I recall, it literally just it changes every time, and then you just do a check, and then just the DC goes up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, didn't Stitch have like we have questions or something with it? Am I crazy?
No, that's what's the alternate path. That's why Stitch was kind of saying like because it's like oh okay, so there's either the easier way, but you have to be very wise to open the box fully, or
And neither of us were wise enough. That's why we did the other one. That makes sense.
or the alternate path, which it has multiple questions and it'll get you past a stage, and you basically get a checkpoint past that first stage. But the problem is, it's like 5 different things just to go past one stage. So it's either we do 7 just raw wisdom checks with any of the skills in their order, which will go through a stage by itself. But if you fail 1, you go back to 1, and the DC goes up every stage. Or we take the alternate route, and the alternate route is we get checkpoints, but it's like 5 to however many questions that stage requires to move to the next one.
Okay.
With checkpoints. So it's like, I think the raw wisdom checks, Flint is wise enough to do it.
Okay. So for this one, this will require athletics.
Huh?
What?
Excuse me?
Stitch. Stitch.
I can-
Stitch.
I remember this one. Yeah, that was the one other skill. It had wisdom and then strength. Like the one thing for athletics in there.
Do you
Let me-
have good athletics?
I have a good athletics, although
Do you have...
look, opens the window. I remember this one. Umbra.
solves it with his mouth. Umbra probably
Weaves.
has better athletics than.
Weaves fey magic into a precise tendril to be able to actually pick the box without just nomming on it this time.
Nah, I think he just noms on it.
He would like to, but it's a fucking artifact. It also hurt last time he did it.
Yep.
Fetch.
Guidance for him and advantage.
And I can give him advantage
Do you have?
because I have
the check-
proficiency. I
you
do.
have- Okay, just wanted to
I
make
do.
sure.
I chose that over acrobatics because I'm a dumbass.
Wait, where the other?
Why'd you have 2d4 there?
Why did Spin do something there?
Don't worry about it.
It wasn't 2d4. It was just one.
Oh! No, there was an extra d4 that got rolled. That
It was just like
Cobalt
Sin
rolled.
rolled something there, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, they just rolled at the same time.
Gotcha.
Ghetto Kool-Aid.
That is a
In
25.
there, put 2 cups of sugar into it, mix it.
I know, make some. You suck.
It's not that hard.
I'm waiting for my history check. I doubt there's gonna be one, but I want one so bad.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, you know, deal with family.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Ugh. Alright, and then I need to roll another that, okay. Alright. Okay, so, Umbra is rolling the Arcana? I mean, the Athletics?
Arcana. I thought it was athletics. Yeah,
No,
he rolled the
athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said, like, yeah, Stitch will just crack open the window. It's like, right, I remember this step. Umbra, if you wouldn't mind.
Right. DC is 20.
He got a 25.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
I see it. Alright, okay, bye bye.
yeah,
And
that's fair.
also, then I need him to immediately now roll the Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Okay, these are wisdom skills compared.
I know.
What the fuck?
It's okay. You're switching it up. I don't know.
Ugh.
It's okay. Deep breaths. We got this.
He's making it not easy, honest.
I just imagine all of us like sitting on the floor in a particular part of the house. I don't know why on the floor.
Basically, well, I mean, yes, but also, who out of us has good good intimidation?
Only Umbra.
Not me. Only Umbra.
Only Umbra.
Only
Because Umbra was the one who did it, so Umbra now has to do this intimidation check for some reason.
Man, I'm
He's
so
gonna
glad
intimidate the
you're
spirits.
I'm so glad you're screwing us over with these, because yeah,
I'm not
that's-
screwing you over.
yeah, because
Umbra's got it.
no, he
I
does
believe
not.
in Umbra.
No,
I
he
believe in
does
Umbra.
not.
Umbra
I
doesn't
believe.
have. Umbra
I
has
know, he doesn't have
alright
good-
intimidation.
He has okay because he physically scares people. So I mean, he's got okay at it.
Could it be a strength intimidation?
No.
No,
yeah,
fuck.
that's the.
I tried.
Because then that means then that goes back to this. So yeah, this is pretty fucked. So he has to nat 20.
Well, he has to get above a 22 if we're doing it by a 2 increment.
He has to nat 20.
Yes, then at 20.
Yeah. So no.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a minus.
Uh-huh. That's the problem. It's his one bad stat with his shadow, because he doesn't... Because, again, he's still based off a direwolf at the end of the day. If it was on Brava, he'd be fine, but his shadow has downsides. And Charisma is the one he does. Because, again, he physically scares people.
Yeah. Okay.
So that fails.
we're-
That resets it.
Okay, so to Minda's earlier point of what he was saying, there are 2 ways of solving this. You can break it down step by step. There are currently 7 challenges. Doing it this way will require basically going down through like each shape of like rolling different skills, not just wisdom. The one that's trying to solve the checks will require to do the checks. There's no passing them around and do whoever's the best at them. As for the other one that you were doing before with the cube, when you first figure that thing out, you can choose whoever to like pass around, so you can choose the best to do it. It is a lot harder though, other than just raw like roll and get it kind of thing. But you are able to like kind of pass around, and it is also quicker.
I'm coming.
Doesn't
So do we...
for the pass around option, it didn't feel quicker.
No, I mean like for the
Well, because there was the puzzle.
like yeah, you can like, hey, I need you to roll this check, I need you to roll that check. And for the straightforward one, like
It's more
whoever-
cooperative.
It's whoever's doing it has to be the one doing it.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to, just you can hand it
It's
to me.
also like again quicker because it goes. The first direction that you're doing right now will take literally 7 locks. The other one will just take 2.
Wait, it'll take.
The other one takes
So
2.
the other path, we're already halfway there.
Yes, it's just
Mm.
difficult.
I would prefer that one.
Okay, that was info not given.
Yeah, a lot of that info wasn't given.
So either
Again, like it's an artifact. I can't really give you a shit ton of info about it.
Well, no, about the whole checks thing. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of that information about the whole checks thing was never explained to us the
Yeah.
first time, because I would have remembered at least some of that.
Again,
Okay, so-
like I can't really give you that information. You have to find that information, but I guess I'll just hand it out just because to help you guys out.
In fairness, we have been fucking around with this thing now
Frustrating.
multiple times.
Still, though, like just because you've been fucking around with it doesn't mean you understand what it is or how it works.
True. I would prefer the 2 checks.
I mean, 2 checks with multiple parts to try and run through, which is
Yeah, and then all of us could collaborate on it, and whoever has
Well,
the highest
we can
skill.
collaborate, but we can't like give advantage, and
We can't give guidance. That's what I mean, though. We could just use whoever has the best skill.
You can't magically aid
Covard.
yourselves, or like physically aid yourselves, but you can like pass around, and be like, "Hey, you have the best at this. Could you figure it out?" Kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like that would be easier, because then the proficiencies would be higher.
It's still potent to it. Do you want to do the first one, Minna, where we just try to boost the one person to do it?
Like,
No.
One, like I said,
Yeah,
the
the-
DC does increase. The second one does have set DCs; they do not increase.
And that's okay with me. Because then we could get an unknown skill and have none of us, like, have that skill, really.
Okay, well, I mean, either
So,
way, we can.
again, like they're a
deal with
little
the
bit
whole-
easier because they do not gain difficulty.
Change. Okay, let's.
Okay.
At the same time, I do not give you the solution. It's not like if you just roll it
Yeah.
and it's solved, you have to figure it out. Sorry, I had to keep that information to myself.
No, I mean,
No, it's
again,
okay. It's
I'm just taking it as we have figured this out from trial and error with this thing, because this is like the 3rd or 4th time Stitch has pulled this thing
Yeah,
out
we've-
fucking with it.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the 2. Is that what?
Yeah, Stitch
I
can.
guess another thing I should let you know that if you do decide to do the second part, if it does fail, it does not go to the same puzzle. The puzzle will be different as well, like every time, and resets. So you can't just keep like.
So, in other words, Path 2, it's not going to be the Dex Arcana Invest shit again. It's going to be something else.
It could be, yes. It's like again, it's
So-
quicker but harder. It's not.
I would prefer that method.
Okay, well, I mean, whichever.
Well, considering Stitch managed to figure out and get us to stage 1 done with it, and we're at stage 2, and we can jump back to stage 2 whenever with that method, then yeah.
Checkpoint, right?
Because it basically just means we have to figure out 1, effectively.
Yes.
Because we've already done half the work.
I guess.
Once
Yeah.
you
Alright, so-
complete 1, then you just have to complete
Are those the
other.
same checks?
No.
The same
No.
checks you told us earlier, or are they going to be
No,
different? Oh,
that's what he just confirmed. That's literally what we were just talking
Okay.
about. Yes, path 2
All right, totally.
is because it is its own thing. It is still reset. So basically, in other words, code word.
So now it's
now
new.
what is it? What is it now? Because Stitch will. It's like realizing, kind of going back and forth and realizing the difference. Stitch will
Okay, hold on.
go ahead and just grab it, whisper the thing she had said previously, as I'm assuming that's kind of the keys of how I'm able to checkpoint back to take the stage 2. So she just quietly murmurs the same thing she said to it before, which again, still embarrassed by those. And basically, every time it's just, okay, here you go, Stitch, turns around, turns it back around, it's now a cube again. It's like, or it's
What
now
did you
the
tell
new
us
object.
the first time? Was it about the second
It
floor?
was a truth, or a genuine truth you believe, and tell the box a falsehood you believe to convince it. Which was, Stitch was, that, I don't remember her truth of
One of them was
fully.
about her physical form.
Oh yeah, it's like, her truth was she's okay with the fact that she might have a dark power festering within her that might be
That's
part
what
of
it
her
was.
now. Her falsehood was she wasn't bothered how her mother thinks of her.
Oh. Girl needs hugs.
Or it's either that or everything between her and her mother is fine from Stitch's point of view, which was a lie.
Oh, that's a lie.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it started off as a cube, so it has 6
Now
sides,
it's
right?
the cube.
Oh, it's a cute.
Yeah, you said 6 sides with
Yeah.
passion, creativity, joy, growth, tranquility,
Yeah, but
and
like I
mystery
said,
on
it's
it.
gonna be different this time.
Hmm.
So you just forget all that.
Oh, the colors were in relation to those fucking things, motherfucker.
Well, there's a chance we get it back at some point.
Well, I just mean like red is passion, orange is creativity, yellow is typically a color of joy. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
It just clicked. It just clicked. I'm so upset
Well,
with
hey,
myself.
there's a chance. This is very much having written notes would be very handy, and making.
I
Like,
have written notes.
I don't. I've
Well, I'm
only
writing
written so
notes.
much.
Oh, my brain just. I hate that clicked. This is worse than the Morse code.
Damn, something's worse than the Morse code.
Yeah, apparently it's this.
Also, I hope I'm just bringing y'all tea while you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Just not paying attention to what y'all are doing.
Also, Goomba. There you go. Sorry, I've been trying to type that in the background.
So what are there new checks now, or is it the same?
Yes,
No,
it
they're
is
not
new.
the same checks.
I'm presuming
Yeah,
it's new.
different- Yeah.
Okay, different for. Okay, what are they?
Trying to figure that out.
Stealth. Stealth.
Potentially.
Stealth. Stealth.
I'll let
Stealth.
you know as soon as I find a puzzle to give
Stealth.
you.
I have a plus 13. That's why I'm saying stealth.
I mean, if you've got the best, use it.
I do. That's why I'm like, please be stealth in history.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
No. Or sleight of hand would be good.
Okay. So
At least
for
for me.
this one, the surface will be etched with what looks to be living fractals that shimmer in every hue of the spectrum. They stain glass windows, need to cast prismatic beams across the floor, dancing through the cube's edges. You will notice now
Okay.
that this one will now have what looks to be a dais bearing it that has arcane
Can I get a-
ruins and a central prism.
Can I get a definition of dais?
Like it's like
Can I get a
sundial,
definition?
like like a circular.
A sundial? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just like, can I have the definition?
Yeah, it bears looks like arcane ruins with in a central prism groove that seems to thirst for a particularly aligned face. You notice that each rotation of the cube seems to emit a soft tone, as if the device itself hums in chromatic anticipation.
Like musical notes tone, you mean? Coburn?
It's like, yeah, I guess that's
Like musical note tone? Okay.
yeah.
So what are the checks that we're gonna have to...
So the
Roll.
checks for this one will be a investigation, an arcana, a sleight of hand, and perception.
Okay.
The clues for this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 4 clues for this one.
4 clues and perception. Okay. So I'm definitely not doing perception. Can tell y'all that.
I just think perception probably goes to Flint.
God, most likely Flint.
I mean, if you want
I'm
to say
still
that for,
useless for investigation.
I am
Um,
decent at investigation.
You have what? A plus
7.
6? 7. I have a plus 6.
Okay, so I have higher investigation.
Maybe we should do that one or Arcana first.
I have +7 to both of those skills.
You have
The
plus.
thing,
I have
thing to
plus-
keep in mind, set path doesn't raise DCs, they're just set DCs.
They are set DC.
No, I know. That's why I'm like, well, either way, doesn't matter. So I think we should do one of the int ones first, still, just in case.
Yeah, because not all of us are smart enough for the ints.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're a dumb
the
crew.
investigation will require 16, if that's what you're doing. Or you're doing, like, the clues.
Oh
No.
no, we're talking about for the
The
skill
raw
checks.
checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. All right.
Yeah. So, what
So
we know-
whichever.
Perception, investigation, and arcana. What are the other 3?
Arcana, investigation, sleight of hand,
Sleight
and
of
perception.
hand and perception, yeah.
This one only requires the 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can.
And
do
then we can
3.
do flat intelligence checks. The DC is 8, or like we can do. I think it was like we could do like investigation or arcana check to try to figure out shit about it, but the DC
It
is
was straight int.
straight int, but the DC is
straight int.
like 18.
DC 18.
Okay, Han, what is your sleight of hand?
Oh, plus 9.
So is mine.
I actually
But I'll,
higher.
I'll leave that one to you, so I'm not taking all of them.
Yeah,
One
thank
second.
you. I want to do some effort here.
Okay.
If you want me to start
Iona,
at
if you want to speak up, go right ahead. This
Give
is
it
kind
to
of
whoever who has
became
the
a-
highest bonus. It just can't aid them
Okay.
in any way.
So I can go ahead and we can get these rolling. So do we want to start with arcana or do you want to start with investigation?
I would say one of the int ones in
But
case
again,
it gets
I was-
reset.
Okay, I'll just.
Oh,
do
I
arcana.
don't care.
I'll do arcana.
Alphabetically Arcana.
What?
Okay.
I said alphabetically Arcana.
Arcana.
Okay.
The Arcana DC is 18.
Okay, I have to get an 11 or higher. Also, I mean, unless Ione wants to jump in on this, then
I mean, we're just doing this in the living room, I imagine.
okay, 24 on the
Hey!
arcana.
Okay, failing this will not reset it. It's only if you try to solve it without knowing how to solve it, it will reset.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
I'll let you type out your message while I have investigation ready.
That's when we might be able to just borrow Rick for a quick second again.
like again, because it's looking
your
for
hands
the
out.
solution. It's not really looking for you trying to figure it out.
Yeah. No, we got it.
Oh god.
I'll go ahead and just prime Rick for his invest.
Okay. Did you roll it or?
He did 24
No, it's
Arcana.
24.
Okay, I didn't see it. All right. Okay,
It's
my
there in
bad.
the chat.
Okay, I will then tell you that. Okay, alright. Did you guys get that?
What's that?
Yes.
Recall the dramatic spectrum order to sequence the cube spaces correctly.
Okay. So is it talking like from the weakest to the strongest, or is it talking about like the way they're presented by?
Could I potentially roll a history check or something? Because it does say recall.
Well, I mean that's for like figuring out the puzzle. And do you want me to get?
No, I know. That's why I was like to remember what it is. But it probably means the dragon color orders, like the gold, the bronze.
Okay. Well, do you want me to continue the skill check first before we get into that?
Sure, go for it.
I just want to make sure in case.
No, I'm good. I'm just trying to figure it out. My brain.
Okay.
Focus.
Again, you don't
Good.
Do-
necessarily have to keep doing it. Like you're free to pass it off to whoever else. So you want to do another skill check?
Yep.
Which one?
I'll do investigation now.
Okay, that is going to be a DC 16.
Okay, need a 9 or higher. That passes.
Okay.
21.
Examine the fractal pattern in hidden solar rune under direct light. Okay. I will go ahead and do perception next, and then I'll hand it off to you for sleight of hand.
Okay.
Imagine I failed the sleight of hand.
14.
I feel bad because I have to roll anything from a 2 or higher. Oh, look at that! Not 1, but directly on the 14.
Well, not
You
one in
jinxed.
ability check does not automatically mean fail.
I know, so I did just barely beat it.
Notice the concealed latch.
That
The
releases the
person
trace
who
of
is fully engaged. Alright, and then sleight of hand.
Yeah, you can go ahead and sleight of hand. What's the sleight of hand?
What's
DC?
the...
That is a
I'm saying,
20.
before you,
What?
does it look like you're about to do a sleight of hand? Or
That
like,
is a 20.
Okay. Do you say anything, Ione?
it looks like you're about to do sleight of hand. If it looks like you guys are trying to do it yourselves, I only would
Well,
just give.
Stitch had gave you a chance to jump in earlier. Like, well, if you want to jump in, feel free. We're just trying to solve this because of curiosities.
We'll jump in for the sleight of hand bit.
Okay.
Oz and Stitch are just sitting here like this was their thing and then everyone else solved it. Oz is a little pouty.
If you're a little pouty, they'll give you their gloves.
No,
so you
it's
can have
okay.
them.
It's fine. It's just trying not to show that she's a little disappointed.
We just jump in for this one bit and then just be like, all right, I'm gonna go. Do you guys want snacks?
How easily can I tell that you're bothered by this?
It's fine. It's fine. Not really.
No, genuinely. I want to
Tell
know.
she's bothered though. But it's fine.
Yeah, do that.
25? Okay.
Do they notice? Do they notice that you're bothered? No, they do not. they just hand you back the cube and then just walk away.
That is all the skill checks.
So potential hinge time. Hold on, let me write all these down.
Hmm.
Cobart, can I ask a question just about the cube in general? You said it was like the hues. Is that like the draconic color hues, like the gold, the bronze, all that fun stuff, or is it the colors of the rainbow hues?
No, it's saying recall the draconic spectrum.
No, I'm like about the cubes. That's why I was asking, because he didn't give us a. He just said the spectrum.
I guess, yeah, it'd be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Yeah, because a prism wouldn't reflect those colors.
Of course, though, I'm not sure if there is a purple dragon, as far as I'm aware.
Amethyst.
Yeah, you never know.
Gem dragon.
Ah, fair enough.
And the Amethyst Dragon.
The gem dragons work. Because they are in there too.
Yeah.
And technically with them, I mean, you don't have every single thing, but you do have the prime colors of everything for the spectrum.
Red dragons, orange, I guess would be bronze, or...
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Bronze or copper can fit that bill.
Copper. Yellow also would also be bronze or copper. Green is green.
It would be the opposite. Yeah, green is green, black is black. Like you've got most of them, and technically, like the gem dragons kind of fill the niche ones. Because that covers purple. Technically, you can cover what's necessary otherwise.
It'd probably be like red.
Sorry, I'm still copying down the
Okay.
clues.
While you're doing that, Stitch just thinking and Umbra peering in on those thoughts. I'll have Umbra try to piece together a clue for us, since he does have a good int.
Intelligence.
Oh.
That check.
Okay, I can't.
Should I do one?
Give Umbra any clues then. I mean, if you want to.
I mean,
Again, like
anybody
is free to
Hold
make
on.
the rolls for the clues. I just like you did. You're not hampered.
I'm just-
Who rolls what? All all Liz cares about is the solution.
the solution.
Okay.
Making rolling
Hold
and
on.
failing is not going to reset it.
Oh shit, did I write? Oh, motherfucker.
Examine the fractal pattern in Hidden Solar Rune under.
I combined two of the clues on my notes on accident, whatever. I say fuck it. Int. Hold on.
Going from the spectrum sequence.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna cry. I was just not having a good time.
We're already at home.
Faces. I'll do one just for the sake of it.
This
Swear
just
on my
goes
life.
plays to a bed somewhere.
Okay.
Literally.
Alright, there are 4
Screams
clues.
into
Which
a
one would you
pillow.
like, Flint?
What's that?
Which of the 4?
Which clue would you want?
Yeah.
I'll do. I can figure out 2 of them relatively easily. Let's go with manipulate the cube tiny gears and apply the faces twist and all.
What?
What?
It's like number
So,
1 to 4.
okay.
Oh, we'll do number
Th-
4.
think-
We'll do 4.
Yeah, 1 to 4. What?
Not one of the descriptions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he said number 4.
Number 4? Okay. I didn't really hear him because. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright,
While he's looking for that Avik, thing to keep in mind, it's not like riddles. It's more of a we're getting clues, but the thing is the end answer is not defined. We have to basically combine what we're figuring out and piece together our own answer. Is the thing with this.
Did you not see it?
We did. I was just letting Avik know because I don't know if Avik had heard that earlier.
Yeah. Like these are not answers. These are just
Hints.
hints.
Remove from the dials appear to split in 20 lights circling into it, so the sun rays, but only one
Kind of cute
when a
face.
surface cube covers above.
And dang it, Foundry.
So what was on the faces again? I'm so sorry.
So,
Just trying to think of what was actually on the faces.
1 second.
No, that's okay.
So
Sorry if I sound like I'm being short. I'm just trying to figure this out. My brain's focused.
So let's see. For this, we need direct light to strike into a certain split here to see. 7 different
Like a
rays.
certain face has to be facing up in order for that to work.
Okay, and it basically we would just have to like rotate it over until the face shows correctly.
That's why I was asking what the faces had on them, because I wrote down what I wrote down, and I think that's wrong what I wrote down.
I mean, whatever one we put it to, okay, like we'll be able to just like put it over and over until we see the face correctly. Which I can provide a direct source of light to administer.
No, yeah, I just don't want us to do it and then on the wrong face on accident testing it, and then the whole thing just reset again.
No, it's not. He said it won't reset when we try to.
Like,
Like,
well, if we do try something with the puzzle and then that fails, that the whole puzzle resets. If we fail the puzzle, not a check. That's why I'm like, I don't want to try anything until we have like a
if you want, we can try again to see if we can get any other
another
face-
hint.
like any other hints unlocked for.
That's why I was asking what was on the faces, but I didn't get an answer.
I guess you got to roll. See what else we can get for decryption.
I don't know. I'll try.
I already told you. The faces are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and...
Oh, they're all different colors.
So each face is a color. The
Each face is a
description's
different
one.
color. And they're like stained glass.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those has to be facing up.
Okay, let's. Wait, that makes me think. It was a silver dragon that had this, or.
But they
It
were
was-
the rainbow dragon.
It's a gold dragon, not a silver.
No.
They were
Okay.
like the. Yeah, I don't know.
Golden wise, that would be the yellow surface.
Yeah.
But let's learn the rest of the hints.
It
the
would
best we
be,
can
yeah.
before
We
we-
say yellow or orange, but.
And let's do it a little quickly because we are kind of running the session on primarily.
No, I know. Try what you want to try.
14th for Umbra.
I'll try another one.
That's not high
Oh, we know.
What's the DC exactly?
18.
What the fuck?
Damn. Okay. Does Rick want to offer some insight to this?
Just assuming he's in the other room, busy crafting shit. So round 2.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Because he does have to spend time crafting that crap.
Damn.
Oh, thank God!
Okay.
Which
Which hand would you like?
You know,
Number
4.
one?
Number 3. Alright.
Uno. Por favor.
I'm trying to get Foundry the dude on the can.
Trust the natural spectrum ordering, starting with the
If it's gonna keep it
starting
like
with
this,
the
I'm just gonna
warmth
have to
and face of the cube there.
do this, and then I'm gonna switch
So,
to you guys.
so whatever face has the one soul on it, I think needs to be facing up. Trust the natural spectrum ordering, starting with the warmth of the sun. The natural spectrum order is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. But starting with the warmth of the sun.
Would that not be red?
I mean, yeah, I guess it would be red.
Oh, because red is fire. Essentially.
Yeah, red is fire, but like.
Okay, sorry about the technical issues we're gonna be watching.
It's okay.
There we go. I think I fixed it.
You need bright daylight for it to be fully visible, though, so you gotta bring it outside.
We gotta go outside.
It's
Unless Flint casts daylight on himself. But,
Yo, cast Sunbeam on.
So yeah, each of the sides basically shoot off into different colors.
okay. I feel like I need another hint. I don't know, my brain's not cooperating now. Uh, 18.
Okay.
Exactly the DC.
Clue number 2. Give me clue number 2.
I was going big.
Start with the warmth of the sun. Yeah, then that would be red.
Yeah, that would be red, yeah. Opposite that face, so I'm just trying to think of what order the faces would go in. But opposite that face, a silhouette of interlocking micro gears is cast in liquid silver inlay. Two faces must turn in tandem to awaken the mechanical law. Do we want the other hint?
Probably would help.
What's that now?
My brain is like getting rocked.
I mean, that internal lock could be the one that's talking about where it says. What is down there?
Let's see.
Sealed latch.
Motherfucker.
I probably ain't gonna get it. They got no intelligence. Yep.
Oh. Oh yes!
Heaven
Oh.
no.
Oh,
Okay.
Face Bear's intricate.
Last hit, then, and that is everything I can provide.
Is that 2 zeros in a row?
Yes.
Yes.
For you.
Okay.
Yes.
Let
Goddamn.
the cube's arrow sides align with each of the green gems that benefit those.
Oh, when they're
Your
humming, that's right, I
solution.
forgot.
So the starting point is because it said based on the turn the natural spectrum ordering starting with the warmth of the sun, starting with fire. So that would
Yeah, so red
Yep.
would be top. And then
Red
the
would
one
be the
directly
top.
across from that has the silver gears.
Yep, the one directly across is 2 phases must turn in tandem to awaken a mechanical lock. Sound alone.
Seek harmony of color and form?
That was the first clue here.
That'd be what, like
Find a
fire
cube
and
space that completes the full refraction of every color of the rainbow.
Hmm.
So we basically hovered with daylight or the actual sun itself, if it is out there. The light of the sun into the face of the.
I would assume it's out there.
Yeah, but the last clue's like fucking me up.
You said you would absolutely stop there. Sun was seek harmony of color and form.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Is this an analogy for Pride Month?
No.
I'm kidding.
The
Totally kidding.
irony of Stitch having found this thing.
No.
the sun is a deadly laser.
Mm-hmm.
If it's easy, would it be an artifact?
I know.
Fair enough, but still.
Recall during spectrum order to sequence the
Hold
cube's
on,
faces
I need
correctly. Examine the
to
fractal
draw a
pattern
cube real
and hidden
fast.
solar rune under direct light.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Notice the concealed latch that releases when the prism groove is fully engaged. Manipulate the cube's tiny gears and apply precise twist without misaligning any face. Hit 1, central prism groove is the dais. Pierce a slit in any light, checking into cells under rays, but only one when a certain face of the cube hovers above. Okay, so like, is it like 2 pieces right now, Cobert? Of like, we have the cube, but we also know like a part of it's popped out magically for like we have like the sundial piece, or is it one combined unison piece that has like the faces that overall is making a outward cube?
It's like the cube,
It
and then
sounds
there's
like
a
it's
dais
one
under
thing.
it.
A dais under it. Okay, so it's technically 2 parts.
Yeah, it's two
Oh.
pieces.
Yeah,
I
because
thought
I'm.
it was cute when the DS, like the thing was in the middle of it.
No.
No, that's
made
what.
it
Yeah,
glass.
I've written everything for this configuration. I have all the initial clues and then the hints for each.
There it's the
Yeah.
cube itself, and then like supporting this thing is the dais itself that you can see has like arcane ruins and a central prism that seems to thirst
Yeah.
for a perfectly aligned face of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
You can
So-
rotate the cube, which does emit a soft tone of some sort. So like the cube itself can be like rotated like a Rubik's cube. Like you can change the face.
Mhm.
Like the
Yeah, recall the
glass
draconic spectrum
panels
order
and
to
whatnot.
sequence the cubes.
But you can like rotate them.
Recall the draconic spectrum order to sequence the cube's faces correctly. Examine the fractal pattern and hidden solar rune under direct light. Notice the concealed latch that releases when the prism groove is fully engaged. Manipulate the cube's tiny gears and apply a precise twist without misaligning any face.
2 faces have to turn in tandem, and I don't know what those would be.
Yeah.
Assuming the
That's
top
the
and
one that's
bottom.
like. I would assume that, but the top one is like the red one, and then I don't know what's opposite of it, but the opposite one has the gears.
Well, presumably, considering recall the spectrum order as number 1 is the most crucial thing of this entire thing.
It would
If
probably
top
be
is
purple.
red, bottom is probably purple.
Probably. And then the
Looking
others
at it-
are around the
like
side.
looking at it, is that correct, Cobard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So red is 1, purple is 6. That is
Yeah.
confirmed. Using the fractal pattern and hidden solar rune under direct light. Find the cube face that completes the full refraction into every color of the rainbow. Yeah, that's part of hint 1. I need to space these a little bit so I don't like read them together.
And then green is somewhere in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, so when the emerald side is right where it's supposed to be, there's a chime.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we try and figure out where the green side's supposed to go.
But the sound alone is not enough. That's also
I know.
being
Seek harmony of color and
Color
form.
and form.
Two faces must turn in tandem to awaken the mechanical lock.
so. We need both the. I think we need both the green to chime, but also all the other faces to be, obviously not
Missed.
broken up.
Right.
Like I said.
So almost like green has to be the last one.
Again, I
I'm
can't
so lost.
offer you any more like help.
I know. That's confirmed.
Hmm.
But you are on the right track of like, yes, green does need to be kind of on the, I guess, the bottom where it can align with the dais, if that helps.
So
Yeah.
green has to turn to be on the bottom. Oh, does it have to do with like their complementary colors and their opposing colors? So red and green are technically opposites, yellow and purple are opposites, and blue and orange are opposites on the color wheel.
I mean, they are the primes, and there's only the 6.
That's the only thing I could think of, is that yellow has to be opposite of purple, red has to be opposite of green, and blue has to be opposite of orange.
And that's all the colors we have on this thing.
Yeah. So maybe move it that way? I don't want to...
So, okay, since we're realizing we have to take this little pet project outside, Cobard, taking the thing outside, because the initial clue 2 says, examine the fractal pattern and hidden solar rune under direct light. What does that look like? What does that tell us anything new? Not necessarily gonna give us hints of it, just as like, okay, does that illuminate anything in the sense of like
again, it'll illuminate the cube, so you can now clearly see like each side gives like a visible color.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the hidden solar rune. So I guess that glows up as well.
Yeah.
I still kind of think it's what I said.
I'm not disagreeing, I'm just reading this over again.
No, it's okay. That's the only other thing I could think of is the... I can't think of... It's opposite
an idea,
complementary.
but
They're not...
there's more to it than just, you know, flipping
Ugh,
things around.
I hate... This is worse than the Morse code, Cobard.
It's
This
an
is worse
artifact.
than the Morse code and the Braille being the same phrase.
See, the doctor was just a twisted shit. This is an artifact from Buddha. What do you
I
expect?
know.
From Dragon
Do we
Buddha,
want
this
to?
world.
Oh, we can't call in Kiana. We already owe her favors.
Nope.
I mean, I don't owe her a favor. I
Flint
don't owe her a
does,
favor.
and Umbrava does.
We don't owe her favors.
Yeah. Flint and Umbrava do. But I also would rather not, considering
I know.
If anyone was buddy and probably made it a pact to not help with something in particular, given Buddha Dragon and all that and his own secrets of enlightenment, I imagine the one dragon he probably specifically contacted to say, hey, if you ever find this thing or someone comes to you with this, no help them, would probably be Kiana.
Yeah, probably.
Considering he thought about a magic item that instant unlocks the thing, he'd probably be wise enough to realize, hey, the Dragon of Secrets. Because in fairness, that magic item's pretty out there to remember, oh yeah, that just insta-opens a thing.
It seems like, though, I was on the right track with the opposites. Cause
I think so.
I think so.
Is
These just
casting
turn in
liquid silver
tandem.
inlay. Hold on. Opposite. Oh, so hold on. Once the face accuser fraction helix conversion in the tiny square. So basically, this entire thing is, from what it's sounding, is basically like we have to Rubik's cube it a little bit while it's in sunlight so that we can see it. When it's on the correct one in the fractal will start to show shit inside the cube. Then, when we're seeing that, we're having to adjust it so that the gears inside, when we're on the correct face, get, like, correct. When it's done, then we click it into place. I'm piecing it together, because it's like, okay, because it's like, the third hint is opposite that face, a silhouette. Okay, so the opposite face that shows the hidden shit. Oh, hold on, let's see. One face of the cube bears an intricate face, or fractal helix covering on a tiny rune of a soul that only bright daylight reveals, which makes fully visible. Okay, so Coburn, when we're holding the box, well, actually, hold on, let's see. Does this require it to be that? So no, we have to have the fractal over the sundial. Okay.
Yeah.
So holding box, because this is what we're gonna have to do to solve this anyways. So okay, sundial beneath us. We have box. Technically, because it's going to be going through the process, and it's basically, from what I'm understanding, is eventually we have to submit an answer, but we can go through the process of getting to that. So we can still work with Kobard without him saying, like, the answer, but he can give us confirmations of what each step is doing. So, okay, holding box up, holding red up to sky, what does that show? What is that showing color-wise? Going through, like, to the bottom on the prism.
Okay, so you're what, like all the sides of it, exactly?
Yeah, because that's a part of this.
Alright, so, like, yeah.
Or, basically, if it's easier, because technically the only thing we're really needing, we only need, let's see, because we need the one that refracts into one. Find the cube face that completes the full refraction into every color of the rainbow. Okay, so basically, yeah, we need the one that becomes all colors of, like, we need to get all 6. One face of the cube figures a tiny cube, ruin the soul that moves the daylight. Trust the natural spectrum ordering, starting with the warmth of the sun. Recall the draconic spectrum order to sequence the cube's faces correctly. So we have to do that correctly. So it would be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay. So, hold on, I'm going to start writing shit in my notes here. Spectrum orders. Sorry the puzzle box might take the session, guys. Was not intending it to do this.
It's frustrating. Again, this is worse than the Morse code that I had to do. Well, I didn't have to do it, I wanted to do it.
Central prism groove of the dust is specifically slender bone. Find the cube face completes the full refraction in every other color. Okay. Examine the fractal pattern and hints all over the direct light. Yet notice the concealed latch that releases when the prism groove is fully engaged. When it's fully engaged. So, like, when it's fully glowing, I guess. Okay, so that's kind of in tandem with it being held over correctly. One face of the cube bears an intricate fractal helix covering on a tiny rune of soul that only bright daylight makes fully visible. Trust the natural spectrum. Ordering. Start with the one with the sun. Opposite that face. Okay, so hint 3 is immediately tying it. So, okay, hint 3 immediately ties into 2. Because it's stating
the hint of hint two's hint is trust the natural spectrum order. Start with warmth of the sun, which would be red. Then hint 3 jumps into opposite that face. A silhouette of interlocking microgears is cast in liquid silver.
And to start, the opposite is purple.
Yeah.
So red is basically on the top.
Purple's on the bottom.
Orange is on the left side. Yellow is on the right side. Blue is basically at the front. Green is at the back.
Okay, so red top. Yeah, that does. Red top, purple bottom. Orange left. What were the other ones, Scoberg? I'm on orange.
I think it was orange
Red top, purple bottom, orange left.
yellow on the right. And
Oh shit.
Okay.
Orange.
Blue front,
Blue front, green bottom, like back. Like the
green back. Yeah. Okay. So we got that. Two faces must turn in tandem to awaken the mechanical lock. So at the end of this, there's a lock. Opposite face, the silhouette of the interlinking microgear is cast in a liquid silver inlay in its teeth, almost imperceptible. Yeah. When the cube's emerald side aligns exactly with a green gemstone embedded in the dais, a gentle chime rings, but nothing visibly moves. Sound alone is not enough. Seek harmony of color and form. So, color and form. Harmony of color and form. So green is the last step. And there's a lock. It involves the dais. Notice the concealed latch that releases when the prism groove is fully engaged. Okay, fucking around with the prism, what do I get that is meaning? Like, pushing down on the prism, or like when that's like fully glowing? Like, is it a, like, we have to push down that a secret latch opens, or is it like when all the colors of RGBiv are glowing in it and it engages fully?
If you like gently push down on the dais itself, the latch will open.
The latch will open? Okay, so it's pushing down. Okay, looking at the latch, what am I seeing? Like, for anything significant.
What you can see of the latch, it basically looks like, you know, a small lever inside you can pull. So, like, more likely when you pull it, it'll assume that it is the answer, which 2%.
Okay, so that's basically the final step of pull that to confirm.
Basically, yes.
That is our submit answer button.
Yes.
Okay. So we're not putting the two back together. We're fucking with the cube, getting the cube to the correct answer. When we think we have the correct answer, we push down the dial and we flip the little lever. Or the little switch. Okay. So it's not putting the two back together. Or anything like that. So it is primarily the puzzle is the box, the dial is the help. Call the Draconic Spectrum order to sequence the cube's faces correctly. Which makes, so it means that the cube right now is incorrect. Because let's see. Red top, purple bottom, orange left. Oh yeah, it is incorrect. Okay. Yeah. Central prism splits apart, leaking any light secreting in a slender phrase, but only when a certain face of the cube hovers above. Find the cube face that completes the narrow refraction into every color of the rainbow. Okay, so step one. Holding it over the dial on red face, over the prism. What colors do, like, is it full rainbow or no?
No.
Okay. Purple. Flip it upside down. Purple.
No.
Okay.
Green.
Trying green.
Yeah,
was
try
gonna say-
green.
Green is like the last like shown.
Oh,
stuff.
maybe not green then.
Still, I'm just doing this for information. Like green.
Like just flipping it up.
I'm
like one.
I'm
side.
currently-
We're not
I'm-
turning anything.
yeah,
We're just flipping
Yeah,
the
currently I'm rotating in hand the box because it states we call the Doctrine Draconic Spectrum Order for the cube's faces correctly. We're not fucking with the faces yet. I'm just trying to get the confirmation of what face, because in the hint of the first actual hint, the central prism groove on the dial appears to split all the lights into separate different rays, but only one when when the box is hovered above it. The hint is find the cube face that completes the full refraction into every color.
How are you rotating it?
By hand. I'm not rotating the cube.
But are you doing it in a certain
Like,
direction?
turning it in your hand, not.
I'm turning it in hand. I'm not basically. I'm not Rubik's cubing it. I'm turning the entire damn thing in hand. So I'm not fucking.
I
with it.
understand what you mean. Are you like turning it clockwise or counterclockwise?
That matters.
Oh, Christ.
It does matter.
Oh,
I like fuck this
Christ.
puzzle up and get a new one.
Well, here's the problem, Giraffe. We don't know the limitation of how many fucking puzzles there are. And that also means all the information we gathered about this, unless this face on this one comes back, will be wasted, and it's an entirely new thing.
I know.
That, my brain is actually semi-working with this one. I guess fucking... Because red, purple, that would just be up and down, so that wouldn't really fuck with anything. Which is why you didn't ask before. Green is on the back, so... Because so to actually get green, I would have to, even turning it, it would be a new direction. Clockwise. Because, I mean, it's interesting to know that, though it's weird that it's not mentioned at all within any of this, that's a part of that in this as well.
No, it doesn't. But again, I'm trying to help in a way that not give you the answer, but try to help in a way that like maybe gives you some help.
Okay, so clockwise to see green with light.
Okay, tell me the sequence you go by. Like you're going from red to what to what to what?
So it was red to purple to now green.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
Do we have to maybe try it in order, like color order?
Okay. I will set the box down, back on into the original setting.
Okay.
Then we'll go picking it back up. I will go in color order of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
Okay. That is correct.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
So color order. Okay. So that technically then means when we get to purple, then purple holding it over the dais is creating full rainbow. Yes? In the dais.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Now we have to Rubik's Cube it?
from what I'm understanding, yes.
Question?
One second, just editing my notes. Red,
No,
orange,
yeah.
yellow. Back.
Okay, and so you have it in the dais itself now?
Well, we're holding it above the dais.
Okay. Alright. Just wondering.
Hmm. Okay. So, okay, looking at that, now we're looking at the crystal. So, considering it now it's shining light through, is the fractal pattern in Hidden Solar Rune now different because we've now gone with through color order?
Like the fractal rune itself? Yeah.
Well, the fractal pattern and the solar rune.
Yeah, the rune itself does seem to be reflecting the rainbow colors now. Like it's
Okay.
before we're just reflecting whatever the main color.
Whatever the main color of the panel was. Okay. Okay, so we're in state 1 of this. And it's now reflecting into the prism itself. Cool. So that is... Part 1 is color order. Okay. Simple enough. It's pretty... Examine the fractal pattern. Is there anything... Like, so, okay, it's reflecting the full color spectrum now. Like... It's respecting the full color spectrum, because I'm just trying to visualize it in my head as we're doing this and we're just kind of taking it by time.
Yeah.
So... It's okay. We have the cube. We're holding the cube. Light's going in through the top to the bottom, so that now the prism on the dial underneath the damn
the best
thing.
way to explain it right now is just full rainbow. Like every side is full
Yeah.
rainbow.
Every side of the cube.
Yes.
Okay, so it's pouring light back up. Okay, so every side is rainbow.
Every side is rainbow.
Cool. We have made Mario Party item box. I want a lightning bolt to fucking strike the dragon. No. Okay. Okay, so we've made a Mario Party item box.
Does it have a big question mark on it?
No.
Well, I mean, that would fucking eventually solve the whole fucking the final thing being mystery.
That's
Okay.
a different puzzle.
Nah, Bullet Bill. Yeah. Okay. I cast gun. No.
Except for one, I guess.
Every side but
Well,
one of
why?
them.
Is it
Is
the
it
green one?
I assume it's green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flip it.
Okay. So we've got this. Only the green one is
Because
doing
when that goes in, that would technically be the end of it, I feel like. Because we did everything.
But only the surface. Find the cube fist that completes the full refraction into that. Yep. So that's all part 1.
Because
Part
that's
2,
the harmony and color and form. Is the
Yeah.
rainbow on all sides, but the green one.
Once the face of the cube is buried in integral helix covering any type of the soul that only bright daylight makes. Well, trust the natural spectrum ordering. Start with the warmth of the sun. Yeah, that kind of leads into 1 as well. On the opposite fate, a silhouette of interlocking micro gears is cast in inlays of teeth in that. One face of the cube bears integral.
During all this, FYI, IRL, I drew a cube on my leg. I swear on my life, I'm drawing a cube in pen on my leg right now. Over my
Okay.
sunburn, if that makes you guys feel better.
Okay, so
As long as
cube
you
is
wash it
now
off,
Yeah.
cube is back in original spot. Green on the back is not rainbow. Every other panel is
Yeah.
rainbow.
every other panel except for the green
I
one. is
think
rainbow.
we just have to flip it and put the
Well-
green down.
I'm not fully thinking that because it's just. Granted, we don't know the order, truthfully, of how this sequence of events goes. But the thing is like they're looking at the rainbow sides. Are any of them like we see the silver gears that they were mentioning?
But they don't look
Okay, so like, are they?
moved or anything.
Okay. So like, with it, each panel being rainbow, is it like we're now seeing into it and we're seeing the gears, or like is it like the shadows being cast down?
Like you can see the gears. Right now, though, they don't seem to be able to be moved.
They don't see the move. Okay. So rainbow sides basically are now transparent. Okay.
Well, they were all stained glass to begin with.
They were, but I'm saying we can now see proper into the damn thing.
Oh,
Because
fully,
previously
okay.
we could. Yeah, because I was thinking is like, when you're saying like, we'll just set it down, it's like, well, we're not seeing the gears though. I'm just trying to confirm everything. Because it's like, we haven't gotten through the gears. It's like, okay, well, we're not
okay.
seeing that. I'm logicking my bullshit through this. I'm going through my brain of like, okay,
It's okay.
call for every
I'm
step.
listening, and it makes perfect sense, I think.
Okay, so we see it. It's transparent. Okay, so they're not moving.
It's like not several gears. It's just one, like, silver gear that's kind of inlaid inside of it.
That's inlaid inside of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It doesn't look like it needs to click into place, but right now there doesn't seem to be any way to, like, do so.
Okay. So green is on the back. 2 must turn in tandem to awaken the mechanical lock, which I guess in this case is meaning the gear inside. So you said we can Rubik's Cube this thing.
Yeah, it sounded like
Okay.
a turn.
So presumably since green is the final step, it's not moving. So basically, that means then it technically is only one of 4 options, because it's either then red, it would either be red, orange, yellow, or purple on the bottom. Blue has to stay aligned, technically. So, or, because it's like, if it's a 6 sides cube, you can't rotate, because it's, if, like, okay. Just to confirm, Cobart, it is still a 6-sided cube. It hasn't, like, extended, popped anything to make it like an actual Rubik's Cube. Okay. So literally, we have to rotate it left or right, because for green to stay where it is, or... Well, hold on, because green... Let's move this thing again, because I don't have the full picture in my head. The cube's emerald side aligns exactly with a green gemstone embedded in the dais. Where is the green gemstone in the dais? I guess, looking down at it.
It's kind of like, near near the ruins, kind of in the center.
In the center? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it'd be this simple, but I take box, and I turn green to be the bottom one. Do I hear the chime from it lining up?
Are you putting the box on the dais?
Well, we have to flip the lever to confirm it, so yeah, I will put it down to see.
Okay. Are you just putting it on there?
Just at this moment, just to set it.
Okay. You have all right. So you're just aligning the emerald.
I'm just aligning it.
Okay. All right. Nothing seems to happen.
Nothing seems to happen. Okay. Sounded like you were going to say more there, or was this just how you were just saying nothing seems to happen?
That's all I can say. Unless you do something else, I can't really say much more.
Okay.
But the cube is on the dais, and yeah, you do hear like the hum. But other than that, nothing seems to really happen. And it's the same one from as before.
So hum, the standard hum, but no chime. Okay. Lift up. Then, let's see. So just setting it down doesn't work. We can see the gear in the inside. And it can be Rubik's Cube to move faces. So assuming that front and back have to stay, I will put the green back so it is where it was properly sitting.
Okay. Just to help you guys here, you don't have to turn the cube anymore. You're fine with that.
Okay.
Just ignore having to turn and twist the cube any further than you already have. Your idea of putting the green on the green dial is correct, but there is more steps to this after that. So I will just go back to that point and think of what else to do from that point on.
Green on green dial.
So box, sit on dial, on green, bottom powder.
Yeah.
Correct, but need to continue. Okay.
There are further steps included.
Spears! I don't know.
And I will say steps in plural, so you know that there's more than one. So you don't.
There's more than
flip
one.
the switch, and,
I know. I'm waiting till that fucking chime because that chime is the second to last thing.
fair
So
enough.
yeah, that's like until that rings. Yeah, I'm aware we're not done. Okay, so it's on that. Okay, so green is now on the bottom.
Haven't we done yet?
We've done color order. That's good. Examine the fractal pattern in the cylinder rune. Notice the concealed latch when the prism groove is fully engaged, which
Which
yeah,
we did.
noticed that. Manipulate the cube's tiny gear and apply precise twists without misaligning any fists. So we can interact with it?
Yeah.
Without twisting
Wait,
the
which part are you
faces.
reading? Which clue?
Clue 4 of the original batch. Manipulate the cube's tiny gears and apply a precise twist without misaligning any faces. A precise twist. So, like, without misaligning any faces. So... Spin?
Someone does a backflip with it. I'm kidding.
Like, I'm basically thinking, like, in the sense of if I'm holding the box on the dial, because technically, without misaligning it, technically, not misaligning it could mean just twist the box quickly, but not actually fucking with the faces, because then that would move the gear.
Sounds umbilical board. Could I get an in check to get the next step?
No.
Please.
No.
Okay, so...
Can I intimidate the DM?
No.
Find the key
That's
faces
a
to complete
DM.
the full
Oh, yeah,
refraction
the
check.
DM.
I'll
That makes
take
you
a
check.
cheesy $20 cash.
Trust the natural spectrum ordering. Start with one from the
You got a
side.
Venmo?
Yeah, just slime it.
I'll
like
Venmo
20
you double
bucks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll cash up you 20 bucks.
Opposite
I'll
face
Venmo
the
you
cylinder
20
which
bucks.
lucky micro views is cast in the same inlay. Its teeth almost incomparable.
I have a PayPal.
Two faces must turn in tandem to awaken the mechanical lock. Okay. So, two faces. Green is on the bottom, so that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning now blue is on the top. So, okay. Blue is on the top. That's there.
You're gonna get
So-
so fucking upset when you figure this thing out. You're like, oh, really? This is all you had to do?
Okay. Turning it to the left.
Okay.
Take it back now, y'all.
You turn it to the left.
Evan?
I'm reading the last bit of hint 3. Two faces must turn in tandem to awaken the mechanical lock.
Mhm.
Because if it's like this... Well, no, because that moves 4 faces. How do you only
Cobra,
move
if I
two...
PayPal you $20.
How do you only move 2 faces in a 6-sided box? Because it's like that.
I'm sorry. It doesn't say it only has to be two faces.
Only.
Two faces must turn to awaken the mechanical lock.
I mean, I have a donate
It
button
does say-
like right there.
Where?
It's in the Discord.
The only problem is that I'm thinking is like the fact that in hint 4, manipulate the cube's tiny gear and apply a precise twist without misaligning any of the faces.
Under
If I
patrons.
send you $20, what happens?
I mean, I can tell you what to do next.
No, would you want me to take up
No.
$20?
For once, I'm actually kind of enjoying this in the sense my brain's actually
Okay, go
processing
for it,
this.
then.
Hmm.
Okay, so 2 have to move.
Here's where we're in the fun.
2 have to move
Hey, you know,
to get it to work. Okay, so looking at the gear inside, moving it to the left. The gear didn't seem to respond any.
No.
Okay, put it back to normal. Nothing still?
Nothing still.
Turn it to the right.
To the right.
Anything?
No.
Turning it one more time? Anything?
No.
Okay, so turning it on its sides doesn't do much.
up and down, like flip it, like,
But green has to be on the
Forward.
bottom.
oh, that's right.
That's the problem. Because we have to manipulate the sides without twisting it, or without misaligning it, and none of the times I turned it, it chimed. So,
What if you turned it like all the way around once and then put it back on?
Well, Cobart has stated that it's like, so in this, I'm assuming not taking it off is the thing. It is, in my mind, right? Green is attached to the bottom of where the dial is sitting on the floor. Meaning green is locked in where it is. You can't move that.
Yes.
Meaning the options are spin left or spin right, and then the top technically can't.
But there are technically two other directions you can go.
Up or down?
That's why I was like up and down.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because then it could spin it that way. But I think that means green's not on the bottom anymore, but whatever.
No, if you...
You either push, you can lift the cube or push the cube down.
Oh!
Okay, so yeah, left or right.
Push down.
Push down, I guess.
Yeah. Cobard. Cobard. Thank God I didn't send you $20.
No, I was gonna say, that's the other thing, it's like, don't send the money, because it's like, if it's a simple thing, it's like, it's just moving
so
it.
I was like, okay, now that you said, I'll wait. And if we're desperate, I'll send him $20.
Yeah, okay, so I'll push it down.
You just Mr. Meese box us.
Look. We just had to push the buzzer, like... Cobard.
Well, Cobart hasn't said anything yet, so...
The top of the cube looks like it now can be turned.
Okay.
Turn.
Okay. So, the top of
Like just the top face?
Yeah, like just the top face looks like you can now, like it kind of popped over slightly so now you can kind of grab it and...
Yeah, and like, it moved like a few inches up, like indicating, okay, it can move.
Yeah, I'm imagining like when you click a pen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Turn left. Looking at gear inside, does that seem to have any correspondence?
The gear is now moving.
Okay. No chime.
No.
Turn left again.
How long are you gonna keep turning it?
Oh, goody. Now that's a question. How long am I gonna keep turning it? What does that fucking mean? Wait a minute. Two faces must turn to...
Like the gear is turning. You do see that it does need to click into place.
Keep turning till it clicks.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do by like I turned it once, waiting for if I'm hearing anything either from different from the box's normal hum or the chime. Okay. That's why I was like I turned once, did it, turned it again. No, like,
turn it all the way until the gear inside clicks. You will hear that the dial begins to play. Sounds like a music box. It starts like basically playing music.
Okay. So we got a music box playing.
Ding ding ding. Ding.
Not as Stitch here, Cobart. Me as myself, Midna, can I roll an intelligence check to see if that's what this hint is meaning as a chime?
Sure.
Because that's not what I perceive as a chime. I'm thinking a bell, not...
Yeah, I was thinking like a...
So what's your modifier?
In generous, probably a 16.
You got a +2.
I have a +4.
+3.
But yeah, let me. I'll roll, I guess, because it is in the case of character. It's Stitch, so I'll roll Stitch.
Okay.
Cool. 7.
Do you want me to do one?
I mean, it sounds different, I guess.
If anyone else can see if this is a chime.
On it. 12.
Nope.
Everyone's getting 6s.
Everybody's getting 6.
There we go.
Bruh.
Umbra just going, y'all are fucking idiots.
You know, I might be
Cobard,
outside, but that
it's
thing's
been a
fucking
long
annoying.
day.
Yes,
This
because chimes can
That is
literally be any string of music. It's just
okay. That is what I wanted to confirm. Okay, so the space it's in now is correct because it has responded. It's been pushed down. The top is good. Bottom, looking at the fucking dial, we have
Push-
what it. It is
should we
wanting
push the
what
top
is.
back down?
It is the combination of harmony of color and form. Yes.
yes.
I mean the rainbows. Yes.
Because it's rainbow.
Should
We've
we
done
push
that.
it
We did
back
that.
down to like set it back in place.
To try it, can we do that, Cobra, on the top, or is it just like a? Well,
Like push it back down so it's like
But the-
back
but
in
the thing is-
cube.
But the thing is, it.
Harmony and form.
Hold on. When the cube general undersigns aligns exactly with a green gemstone embedded in the dial, a gentle chime rings, but nothing visibly moves. Sound alone is not enough. Seek harmony of color and form.
So color would be the rainbow. I feel like form is getting it back into the cube.
Yeah. So okay, try pushing back down to the top.
okay. It clicks in place.
Okay. Chime is still playing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have brained everything I can about this. Through logic and bullshit. Because I legitimately don't think there's much else to this from what we were given, because we've gone well outside the range of what the hints were
Yeah.
aligning with, and we've already reached the final step before.
Is there still more?
No, that's all of it. It's literally just now, because technically
No,
the latch,
Hobart.
because the latch I imagine would be open at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it was open the entire time. It was just waiting.
It's been open the entire time, yes, but it's still, it is open, and we've gone through all the clues. To have each one of them have an answer. Stitch will just look at the group. Well, hopefully I'm alright. And she'll flick a claw at the lever to flick it.
Seeing y'all struggle with this, Iona is now genuinely invested in this now.
He's like holding the kettle, just like, oh, I'm interested now.
Just like, oh. Also, if you want to do a dex check, just ask Ione. They will give you their gloves of thievery. The dex check.
And it's fine. It's fine.
That's why I have a
Are
plus.
you pulling the handle? Is the question.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what Minda said they were doing the.
I am
But-
flicking.
or whatever.
I am flicking the little switch.
Okay.
A little ballerina comes out.
I flick the switch. Just a little confetti.
Alright.
It
It just explodes.
The cube will open up into a billowing of light shooting out into the sky as it will start to change and take shape.
About to say before that last part. Oh, goody! We made a Minecraft beacon. Cool. We now got buffs, guys.
Infinite speed.
Yeah.
infinite haste.
Well, it's doing something.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh,
Look, I
shut
don't need-
up, Umbra.
Look, you've been doing this for like 2 hours.
Today, I was just
I
gonna ask
will be
Umbra-
an animal.
Alright, you will be taken to a completely different location entirely now.
Oh damn!
What?
Oh, hey, did anyone want a quick speed dial to Buddha?
You will find yourself, it looks to be a secluded moonlit grove. You see crystalline dew drips like stardust. There is a massive osculate triangle that floats above a marsh carpeted dais this time.
We have another
You
fucking
see
puzzle.
inside this 3 rotating gem encrusted sides and a pulsing core of ever-shifting hues. You see what looks like eternal motifs that seem to dance across its facets, blending a spiritual light with a draconic script. The air itself seems to hum with latent magic, and every ray of moonlight fractures into 1,000 colors upon touching the surface.
Right. Welcome back.
So
David.
who's there? Just Stitch or all of us?
All of you.
Oh, okay. Minus
Okay.
Rick.
Yeah, technically Rick's in the house.
So, what I missed? Have we figured it out yet?
So, after braining it,
Uh.
managed to figure it out generally, flicked the switch, created a temporary beacon of light, then we all kind of had a flash of light as we were transported to a new space with a triagonal area that has like a... it was a lot.
You are now essentially inside
The box.
the box.
Oh,
Cool. We've happy fun mode this. Cool.
cool.
Okay, looking around. Considering the whole thing, the whole spiel of the box from what Stitch gleaned the first time of, when we opened it, we would learn the truth. Looking around, does anything seem to be obviously the truth?
No.
Okay. And as far as I can tell, we're the only entities at the current perceivable moment in here.
Yes. Again, you have
Okay.
not fully opened the box. You have
Oh, goody.
one
Great.
more puzzle. This is the last one.
This is the last puzzle.
This is the last
Okay. Got it.
one.
Well,
So what are the
like,
checks for this puzzle?
Arcana, investigation, sleight of hand, history, and perception.
Same ones?
investigation, sleight of hand. Anything else?
Arcana,
Oh.
investigation, sleight of hand, history, and perception.
I want history!
Mind if I take side of hand then?
Go
there's
for it.
also
I wanna be
1,
helpful. I
2,
wasn't
3,
helpful.
4, 5 hints for this one.
Okay. Opening my Google
cool.
Docs. Inside Fun Box puzzle.
David.
Five
Are there
checks.
riddles?
5. Well, yeah. There's the 5 checks. We have to do 5 hints.
I know.
Check 1. Check 2.
You know, I missed the David riddle.
Huh?
I missed the David riddle.
I missed the David riddle too. That was so funny to me still. I literally looked at my Bible and yelled David in real time.
Well, I'm glad you are happy about that, but we're not really dealing with riddles, we're dealing with puzzles.
Okay. Well, I suppose we're going to have to figure out. I guess Flint will be handling.
This is what you wanted to
The
do.
investigation.
You wanted to fuck around with the flying ball, so this is what we're doing, I guess.
Yeah, I wanted to fuck around with the puzzle box. Yeah. Well, okay, so I guess in this question, because Wex wanted nothing to do with it, so does that technically mean it's just literally Stitch, Oz, Flint, Ione, and Umbra in here?
Yeah.
Wex in the other room getting a sandwich, coming back. Oh, I just want it. Fuckers left me.
Just looks into the box.
I hate leaving
Oh.
Goomba out of all this, but if he doesn't want to be part of it, it's up to him.
Well, he didn't state it. Wex had no cares for the box. And Wex literally doesn't care about the puzzle box.
Leave
Yeah.
out of anything here, but like,
No, I know. I just find it very funny that it's like, just imagining Wex was in another room. Wex was in another room, came back with a sandwich, was like, where the fuck did they all go? Even the dog's missing.
okay, I'm just gonna.
Motherfuckers did it again.
Okay, so-
It keeps crashing on me. Hold on.
Oh no. Okay, so.
I want to invest in now is just because y'all were struggling so much, and they're like, y'all are so much smarter than I am. How the hell are y'all struggling with this? Oh, I see why. But now I want to know the answer.
Short term, I never really got the chance to explain this to you since it wasn't really relevant. We had visited a temple to the High Dragon let's see. We visited the Rainbow Dragon Shrine of one of the older High Dragons of Kandal. And this was an artifact that was protected in his place. Ordinarily, the Guardians would have attacked us for even daring to steal such a thing, but we did not steal anything else. And explained the circumstances, and I'd explained that I was trying to seek the truth of my... Yeah, she kind of quickly will just flash her Shadow Dragon shit of, like, the mantle of shadowed wings on her back, the horns, the eyes. And I got, like, to Ilene.
Hold on.
Look good.
No control.
Oh, yeah. The Shadow Dragon stuff will just be cool.
Thanks. Point being, I wanted to keep this in the sense of, since I was told if I was able to open it, I would learn the truth from his direct champions. I tried to ask more if it would be for all of us or whoever opened the box, and they did not specify. Granted, looks to the 5 people in here. I suppose, since we're all in here and Rick and Wex, who were in proximity, weren't, I suppose we'll be learning together. Whatever we're learning here.
I mean, it's something to do, and you've got nothing else really to do anyways, and this was part of your big goal after gathering this up, so...
We had nothing else to do, Osmira. We had to go get Tick. What do you mean?
We had to go Tick?
No, you have
My
to go
father's
to
in
my job.
prison. My father's possibly
Yeah.
rushing to his death.
My youngest siblings are gonna get married before I am. Like,
Stitch can fix that.
There's the matter of my
sister's scare.
there's the matter of my entire thing of my mother.
No, I mean...
That
I'm not saying
too.
He's stuck word in here. I mean, we are capable of getting out, aren't we?
Stitch looks at you, shrugs.
Probably after we figure this fucking thing out.
I guess put our heads together.
Just potentially fail. Let's see if it just spits you back out.
Yeah. What?
No, it's gonna keep us in here and crush us. Knowing you.
That'll be a funny way to end a campaign.
And then the rest of the
that
campaign is
elaborate
West
you.
and Rick.
Like that would just be a bullshit way to end things.
History.
So, do we want to start checks?
Yeah.
The
History.
checks are flat, right? They don't go up, right?
I assume we're still working with...
decided.
It's set DCs.
And it's that
All right.
disease.
Because
What
I don't
one do we
want to
wanna
roll
do
this out of
first?
hand.
So we have all the same checks. The only added one here is history.
Yeah. I call dibs on history.
Take it. I don't -1.
I have a +10.
Nice.
Again, the difficulty of
She's
this
my-
puzzles is that you have to figure out how
We have to figure stuff
to
out.
solve
Yeah.
And
It makes it
you're
fun.
spending, like, almost 2 hours just figure out the last one. You understand why it's.
Yeah.
Don't worry. This one will be faster. We'll
I'm
Legend
not
Lore
too
this?
upset at how that last one was figured out, but like, yeah.
Don't be upset, you gave us little information.
I gave you
No,
what
they-
information
no.
I could provide.
a lot of information on that one. We
Oh
were just
god, I need to roll this for Stitch. Hold on.
We were just dumb.
How is she feeling in this moment? I'm gonna say her aura is not helping her here. In this specific instance, because it's her own confidence. So it's...
Oh. She saw the last one though.
She did, but it's the personal thing that's writhing up of, like, if she's gonna blurt it out or she's gonna focus on actually solving this first.
Can I insight Stitch real fast?
You can. This would just be normal.
Ah, fuck you.
It's +3, so...
14.
Well, it's a good thing Stitch still is not a deception character. Let me roll this really quick, and I'll say because of her
Please.
disadvantage on her own
Oh.
thing.
Oh, you still beat me with disadvantage?
No, that was for her own thing.
Oh, okay.
It also didn't take the -4 proper. It did +4, so that'd be 14. I'd say for her own saving throw, yeah, that's low enough for her to fail. Okay. So what are you trying to insight in this moment from her?
I don't know. I feel like she has like a look on her face, and I'm like, oh, what's that look?
Okay. In the
Like,
off
what's that?
chance,
Like, what's the deal?
then I guess I will. The thought's just crossing her mind, and just like, if anything, this is a private space of some other dimension. So if there's any time to talk about something, it's probably the best time of. It's private, no scrying shit or anything, or overhearing like the doctor's crap because
Well, we
we're
don't know
somewhere
that.
entirely else.
You know,
I mean,
right.
yeah, but I mean, still, we're in another plane. Scrying doesn't really tend to follow once you move.
You just hear a voice going, "Oh, really?" Anyway,
I don't think so. No. In the off chance that things, and this doesn't really end up being solved right now, she'll look over to Flint. Something's been on my mind that I think if we continue to work forward, given we're eventually marching to war, I'd like to just have it be said.
Coke open.
Eric. Yeah. Crack a hard one with the boys. Opens Coke in interdimensional box.
Cracks a cold one.
Eric.
Amic.
Amic.
Avoid Amic.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
Stitch is.
I was
I'm just talking to
asking.
you.
I was making sure you were listening.
Yeah, Stitch is
Mhm.
opening up
'Cause
the
I was-
feelings to you, Amic.
Uh-huh. Did you hear what I previously said, or no?
I will have to say no because I had to go step across and like get my dog to stop chewing on my couch.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
mood.
quick repeat. Considering where we are, and circumstances of the matter of privacy with it, and it's been bugging me for a while of just not saying anything, I'd like to say something in the sense that we're going forward and working towards a literal march against an army and possibly a high dragon at some point trying to come after us.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is a surprise given the type of dragon I am, given we prioritize connections with people than treasure or anything. But she'll kind of look to you, Flint, and she'll look to Oz. I know you two already harbor your feelings, and I'm happy as a friend that you two are intimate, despite your... She'll kind of, like, scowl a little bit, despite the recent events we've all had to live with. But, admittedly, I also have feelings for both of you. Now, she kind of, like, looks away. Very fucking, like... her confidence, the second that left, she, like, turned.
Again, I think it like after you say that, just clicks like, oh, that's what she meant.
I'm just gonna put my hand on
Again,
Oz's
you
head.
just hear a voice there. Oh, scandalous.
Frostfang. Ooh.
I mean, technically, he's not with me right now.
Oh, he's not. I can just imagine
No.
him. Blasphemous.
Blasphemous!
That
How dare you try
fire-
to conclude to a creature of light, of fire? How dare you?
I literally just imagined it would be, oh, no, that's rather sweet. Even if you are a blasphemer.
How dare you? I thought we had something special. This whole motif of cold ice going.
Well, Stitch, if you wanted me to be a bit honest with your truth, understanding of how you are as a dragonborn, of the type of dragons you have come from, and the fact that I'm quite well versed in reading people pretty well, I've noticed this feeling from you, in a sense, moreover for a long while now. And I am not exactly perturbed or put away by it. Honestly, I find it quite sweet and enjoyable. Though I am clearly with her, for she has had my heart for the longest, I will not deny you do hold a special place there too, being someone who I can trust and care for deeply, be it as friend and possibly more. But it is something I wasn't expecting to be said aloud like that, so I won't deny I'm a bit flustered and caught off guard.
I get that it might be something for proper thinking over. I'm not really expecting an answer. It was eating at me, not saying anything about it.
Oh,
But I also didn't want to ruin the...
Very flustered on her face as she properly looks back to you.
I didn't want to ruin our friendship.
I can never really hold anything against you, and it may have been a bit not obvious, but I do find you attractive as you are.
Which is funny considering, by the way, this entire time with them solving this puzzle, she is still not been wearing her armor or anything because that's being worked on. So it is still the same outfit of like, yeah, she's got her like basically the equivalent of like her crop top bra, the shorts, and like the little bit of wrappings from like bandaging. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Iona is just in the corner of this room, just with her ears.
Oh,
Eating
don't.
popcorn.
I was gonna type it, but I'll just say it. Like I wasn't going to interrupt. In the sense of, I was just gonna say Umbra's right there with you, and just muttering in common.
Gay lovebirds. Ugh.
I think Iona is just gonna be telepathically talking to Umbra. It doesn't disturb you guys. We're just shooting the shit with Umbra.
They're just eating,
Yeah.
like I said, eating popcorn, shooting the shit.
I feel like they'd speak in Sylvan to them, just so that.
You want a glass of wine? Like,
You speak
Umber,
in
would you like to
anything
hear-
of the sort.
about
I
something
can
with-
hear everything you say. Remember this.
I'm saying it telepathically. No, you cannot hear anything I say.
Okay, I was meaning more like if you were saying it aloud.
Aloud.
Yeah, no.
sing it in Sylvan.
The only thing they'll say out loud is just, would you like some tea, Umbra? I did bring some in.
Sure.
Anyway,
Bowl of tea.
anything else?
Well, I mean, looks to Oz.
Oz doesn't know what to do. She's had a lot of information go at her the last couple days.
No,
I
we
think Oz
briefly
is just trying
talked
to
about
brush
it.
it
But...
off. We did, but I don't think Oz like clocked it.
No, like this is Stitch saying this. It's
Oz
like
didn't clock it.
Yeah.
Because Oz is stupid.
I briefly tried to mention this to you at least before, but if you need time, I understand. Well, the world's only past a day. Well, for us, it's been a lot. Been close, I think, to a week.
Does Flint wish to try to convince Oz into a threesome? No.
I
Maybe not right now.
If you
I-
both are needing time, I understand. I just figured I'd bring it up. We can discuss this more appropriately either once we're
think
done
a
with you.
A
I
proper one
think
from
when we
the-
get out here, I need some space. I
That's
think.
fine.
And she'll look at not only Stitch, but she will also look at Flint. And say, when she says that she needs space.
I understand.
When we get out of here.
I will also
Um,
stay with this. If we do discuss this together again, it probably would be best suited when we are alone, gesturing back to in the corner over there.
Mhm.
Let's just get on with the puzzle.
Just a thumbs up real quick.
Right.
Back to Plug Gears.
Well, let's go ahead and start working away at this then.
The rest of this time that we were in this box, Oz is not looking at Flint or Stitch in the eyes. Just saying.
Hmm.
Wuss.
I have my reasons.
Yeah.
Was
I guess I'll. If Flit wants to roll investigation, I'll try Arcana.
I'll do history.
Actually, let me see. Does Umbra have a better Arcana than I do? Yes.
Are we
it does,
gonna do
actually.
one at a time, or are we just gonna do them all and then Cobra will give us all the hints? We don't have to go back and forth like scrolling everywhere.
However, Cobra wants to handle it.
Hmm.
I mean, it works the same way as it did last time.
Okay, so
Okay, so does someone wanna? I don't care who goes first.
same mechanics as before. We got to roll and roll well.
30.
30 for sleight of hand? Okay.
Hmm.
And just to confirm with the check or the actual like skill checks, it doesn't matter if we fail them. It's just again, it's a similar case of it's the answer here that's mattering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
presumably.
Then I'll have Umbra roll an Arcana, see if he gets it. He does.
Yes, Umbra. I'll do the next one, I guess. Whenever.
Well, the last three now are investigation, perception,
And translate. Oh wait, this might be my time to shine.
and history.
Okay, I have the history. I'll do the history. 25.
Nice history.
I said I had
roll.
good history. She's a geek.
Golf clap, golf clap.
A secretly geek. Like a secret geek. A Skreek? The translating part might be my time to shine. I doubt it though.
We shall see.
Swear to God, this is gonna be fucking Morse code again.
Beep, 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 beep,
Or a
beep.
freaking cryptogram.
Yeah.
It's just an audiogram. It's the one where you have to like put it into audio visualizer. And
Yeah.
find the word that's
God, that makes me laugh because I was playing freaking Terraria, and one of the bosses in that game is literally like a infested crab, and his theme song, if you put it in that, is a dancing crab.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's fucking, or the fucking for Calamity. Oh god, I love fucking, I love that stupid boss.
Terraria.
Yeah. Okay, so that one copied. Yeah, Foundry, I know you hate short screen mode, whatever. I need to copy it for notes. That's for Arcana.
I think I ran out of ink in this pen from drawing the cube on my leg.
Lol.
Oh, I 100% did!
Lol.
Oh, well.
I guess I'll close Rick. Can't use it right now.
I guess it'll never be finished now.
Well, the cube on my leg is done.
Ah, okay.
I just
Just
don't
going
have pen for notes
forward.
anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so
How
25
do
in
you figure out the
history.
puzzle? Anyway,
Not really.
okay, fair.
I got bored. Not bored, but I was like, oh, man, if I say something, I'm gonna mess Midna up, so I'm gonna let Midna brain it out.
I'm proud I figured that out. Because usually I'm shit with like this kind of stuff, but I guess in fairness, like logicking it out is one of my few strengths.
Recall the tales of Kundal's rituals to know the precise canvas. Triune? Yeah, I thought I was missing a letter there. I said, do we want to get all the clues and then someone write them down and then end it for the night before we get started?
Yeah.
Maybe not all the clues, all the info, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You've done Arcana, you've done Sleight of Hand, and you've done History. Fair
Done history. So it's
History. So we need
investigation.
investigation
Perception.
and perception. So Flint, want to do a perception?
Uh-huh.
Perception check, buddy.
Gladly. Damn.
No.
I'll use an inspiration on that.
Let's say if you want, I'll give you a lucky, but I don't think I can do that.
14
Yeah,
is not high enough.
I'm re-rolling with inspiration.
Gotcha.
Well, I was gonna say if you want to save it, because Umbra can roll precept. Keep in mind, it's not. It doesn't matter if we fail. It's just we need to eventually roll high enough to learn.
Well,
Again,
he
it's-
didn't roll high enough to get any information.
I understand. We can have
That's
Umbra
what he
roll
wanted to
precept.
do.
Because I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, it's the same as last time. It's not so much the checks that matter; it's when we submit the answer at the total end.
I know.
So you can, in theory, roll naturally again without needing to use the inspo. Or we could also have Umbra do it, but yeah, the second one works. Okay, so that's perception. Okay, and last is investigation. Umbra has a decent one. Not high enough that time, though.
I'll try. Why not? I don't know what the DC is. Solid. Never mind.
I'm gonna try. I doubt I'll get it, but oh,
As so far.
DC for that
Flint,
one
do you want to try?
is 18.
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, snitch. Flint, do you want to try?
before we go back in order.
Before we go back in order. Hey, Vic.
Pulling up Flint.
His mind is overcome with the thoughts of 60 Dragonborn.
Well, okay. Round
Back
two.
to Umbra.
Back to Umbra.
Nope.
Nope.
Oz. Solid! Alright. Go. I choose you.
Oh,
Oh.
no,
Nope.
close.
Stitch. No!
Wow, okay.
Flint!
I gotta ask, how am I? The one with the lowest int, the one that's getting the highest
No!
rolls right now.
Umbra.
There we go.
Thank God. Alright. After that was the last one, right? I think we should gather information, think.
Yeah, it would be this would be the last one for the main ones, and we have 5 hints that we can get if we want to. Which, granted, I'm just gonna state this for how I fucking logicked the last one. The hints really did help me to do that. So
Do we want to try and get hints first before we go?
and it's just spamming hint checks,
It
raw
is,
hint checks.
Do you want to just spam and check? Here, spam. Do I get 2?
No.
No, because it didn't happen last time when you rolled a nat 20.
Oz is focused on this to
1
distract
through
herself
5.
from
1
that.
through 5, yeah.
Let's go 3.
3.
Yeah.
How do I roll 3 zeros and a 1,
Oh, Umbra, 1 short. Alright, here, I'll roll another one.
Yup. Whiny win.
Hey.
Okay. Clint, which one would you like?
Let's do 3.
We already have
It's
3.
taken.
What ones are available?
1 to 5, minus 4, or minus
1,
3.
2, 4,
Yeah.
5. I took 3. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll take 5 then.
Okay.
Mina, write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm also making sure I don't lose the. I'm also making sure I don't lose the other one
The other puzzle.
or the other hint because yours got posted in the rolling.
Oh yeah.
So that one was 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
5. Mine was 3.
Okay.
Are we just gonna spam in checks till we get
No.
high enough?
Just go down the list of people here. So I'll roll one for. I've
Okay, so
rolled
I just
Umbra a few
went-
times. Yeah. I'll roll
So-
Stitch once.
Yeah. So it's
Damn it.
me, Ione, Stitch, Umbra, Flint. So Ione needs another one. Oh no, you did a roll a second one.
So you
So
also
Umbra rolled a second, so just Flint, and then we
Yeah.
can start back at the top.
Mr. Phil, no.
We're all so close and yet so far.
No, I'm nowhere near close.
Well, that's a you
I got
issue.
a 0 and a 10.
You know,
If
the
I
saddest
know
thing
it-
is, there was a part of me that was wanting to have Rick participate, even if it was puppeting him for one reason, because of Flash of Genius.
That's a flash
Because
of
technically,
genius.
he could Flash of Genius our rolls.
I don't think Cobra would let that though, because that's technically help.
But it's the help is for magical assistance or such. He's just a genius. He's just putting his smarts together with yours. Because that's all the ability
So,
is. It's not magic.
Flint does need to roll a second one though before we go round 3 of.
I think
Alright.
Avix cautious.
Oh, what?
He's kind of in and out right now.
He gets.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
well, you
So
get
Flint
one.
gets another one.
Let's get one.
Uno.
Uno.
Uno. Dos.
You have Uno.
So 2 and 4 are left. Alright. So I want to wait till you get that written down so then
Got it.
we don't just spam it. You got it?
Yeah, I'm just copy pasting
So-
into my Google Docs.
Ah.
Hey.
ooh.
We get the last one. Wait, no, we
Well,
got
No,
two.
there's 2 more.
We got 2 more.
Give me 2.
2. Okay.
And then, so then it's Ione after that. Sometimes I wish we had like visual representation.
I understand.
Because my
Okay.
brain doesn't want to imagine.
Visual representation technically is a description itself, so that gives you an idea.
No, I know, but like, you know what I mean? Like a physical
Oh.
thing.
Physical
on the screen.
object.
Yeah, well, I don't
That's
have
what I
a
mean.
Physical object. So
And no, and that's A-okay. I get it. I was just like, I wish sometimes.
Okay, go ahead, Ione.
I'm not gonna get it.
Like that last puzzle really would have been it.
I got close.
And then Umbra. Flint again. Did we get Umbra the second one? Or third one?
Nope.
No?
I'm
Umbra
going
needs.
back up.
I mean, Ione just keeps getting so close, but just
Not really.
yeah.
They got a 0 on one of them.
Well, you got
I've gotten a
16
0.
that last time. But like,
I'm slowly inching closer. Like this next one would definitely be it.
So at the top.
You know, I failed this time, but next time I totally get it. Totally
No,
get it. I respect the gambler's mentality.
Yeah,
I'll
alright.
hit pig
I'm
this time.
Never mind. I don't need to do it.
I got it. 4.
I gotta see. I gotta see. Nope.
Nope.
Gotta
Okay,
give
out
me
of morbid curiosity, would I have ever gotten it?
No.
No. Such is the fate of not having a headband of intellect.
At least you have a +1.
Man, all the good it's done me.
Is all the hits then?
Okay, we can end there for now.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think it was gonna take us this long with this thing.
I half expected it, but I was hoping Cobra would have mercy in a sense of. I mean, I was hoping it wasn't going to be
I thought
this
that
intricate.
was the second puzzle.
Technically, it should have, but I guess the dragon's like, "Hey, surprise, bonus round!" It's like, oh, right, I really wanted that.
Pop quiz.
Because I was kind of hoping that was the final, considering we went through
Because
one.
technically, the one with you was the first one, then that would have been the second.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I do find it partially funny on just the point of like, I love how we have the shy crowd, the one who is very much in tune to figuring out what's going on here, and then we have the one who's just like, I need so much space to decompress.
Oh, Oz? Yeah.
Yeah.
She got a lot of information the last couple of days.
Yeah, Stitch understands that, I think, more than probably Flint does at the moment.
Understands like her more in the moment? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because Stitch was there when the. Because Stitch was there when the whole shit happened with the that and the whole.
Was the one that
circumstances.
did the history check? It was Giraffe, right?
Me.
Okay.
Why?
Alright, I'll go ahead and stop.